no, they can hear me. Tell me that.
I didn't think of it. I didn't even realize.
Just keep it real. Big John Steele. Tell me how you feel. Don't kiss me with a taco. Just keep it real. Big John Steele. Tell me how you feel. Come kiss me with a taco. Jesus is king.
And we all heard Abby. We all heard Abby singing along, humming to the song.
It don't make any sense. Slow down a second, it's making you tense.
So
Doing her
embarrassing.
thing.
You just don't interrupt. I say the truth, you get salty for what? Give me an argument, not an assertion. I'm almost convinced that you're not a real person. Why are you galloping? What do you gish? Topic to topic, you flop like a fish. Say what you're meaning while being concise. Still got my taco.
Bunch of weirdos just listening to us breathe.
I think you might have a special condition.
Bunch of weirdos.
Witches and wizards and new ages.
I hate how you have to click go live twice on
You
TikTok.
won't change my mind even if you repeat it. Just keep it real. Big John Steele. Tell me how you feel. Convince me with a taco. Just keep it real. Big John Steele. Tell me how you feel. Convince me with a taco. Jesus is king. Big John Steele. Jesus is king. Big John Steele. Give me some logic, I just wanna know. Why you so toxic, bro? I'm on a roll. You wanna troll me, I'm shutting you down. I be too busy to suffer a clown. Say that you hold a position, defend it. Linda,
There
I
is
know you
no
don't
merch
listen,
from
let's
us.
end it. It's your own fault that just left
We
me
will not be
unstayed.
doing
I
merch.
just move on if you come in
Maybe
back
one
face.
day.
Don't say that I mean, I say what I mean. I'm showing love, pull you away from the thief. You
I would like to
wanna
do
wait, you
merch,
afraid
but
or
it's
you
hard to
weak.
do.
Bro, I don't play, I can make them retreat. You choose a deceit, ain't making me nervous. For those that I've reached, I've been living my purpose. This ain't at all about the money. Money. Trying to lift up the soul is just dumb as real. Big John Steele. Tell me how you feel. Convince me with a taco. Just keep it real. Big John Steele. Tell me how you feel. Convince me with a taco. Jesus is king. Big John Steele. Jesus is king. Big John Steele.
Oh boy. Oh boy. How's the lighting look? How's the lighting look? We finally got ourselves some professional lights in this his house. We're moving on up in this world. Doing the things we ought to be doing. Smash the like button, share the live, guys, so we can get out to the people we need to get out to. I just need this part of the song on loop somehow. I'm gonna loop it.
Jesus is king.
That way, like when we're just chilling, we can
Jesus is king.
we could just like put this in the background.
Jesus is king.
I can still see you, so it's not working, bro. Bruh.
Keep it real.
Do I get to choose where the tacos come from? Of course.
How you feel.
Of course.
Convince me with
Of course you get to choose.
Just keep it real.
The camera makes this look way further away than it is.
Your mic?
Yeah. Because it's like,
Jesus is king.
that's the distance it should be.
Still, Jesus is king. Big John Steele.
What are we gonna do about it? Nothing. So we got news. We got a promotion. We've decided that Lord Stryker
Jesus is king.
gets promoted to mod. And he's an official lawyer. So if he bans you, it's like, it's real. It's real. You messed up.
Is it standard or managing?
Standard. Do not ever make anyone a managing moderator. Ever. Don't do that.
I did it.
Don't ever make someone. You made him a managing moderator?
No.
My goodness. You know who's even cuter? Than. Than is the cutest, batootiest guy that I know. Cutest, batootiest guy. Like, can we all agree? Can we listen, chat? Say Than is the cutest, batootiest. Let's go, chat. Let's do it. Make it happen. All right, guys, how is everything sounding? How is everything looking? I hope it's all doing well. We're going to have a special guest today. They'll be joining us relatively shortly, probably in 15 minutes or so. So today's topic is going to be, there's no good reason to be a Muslim. That is going to be today's topic because of the guests that we're having. We also could just do no good reason to be a Muslim, be a Christian instead, or Christianity is true. Like maybe one of those two. Either Christianity is a fact, but the thing is, I want to see some Muslims defend their faith, and they just never do that. They're always on the attack. I want to see them on the defense. I want to see that happen.
Are we voting?
I don't know. No.
Oh,
I'm just chatting. I'm just chatting. So I think we're just gonna do Islam as a red flag. How about that?
Red flag.
Or Islam is false, or Muhammad is a false prophet, or I don't know. Why'd you
Child marriage is wrong.
Why'd you marry? Well, I know our guest is not going to want to talk about that. I know for a fact. Yeah, I don't know. But we will figure it out as a team. You know what? We're just gonna go. There's no good reason to be Muslim. That's going to be today's topic. No good reason to be Muslim. Prove me wrong. Win a taco. And we're just going to add some things in and add the text. We'll just switch that. See, we just have to switch that to Muslim. And we are good to go. Guys, smash the like button, share the live, do things you need to do so we can get out to the people that we need to get out to. There are multiple ways that you could join this conversation today. You could join with the multi-guest button. You can also join just by clicking the thingamajig, the whatchamacallit on TikTok. That's the multi-guest button. Or you could click the link in the other thing. Those are two options. We also changed the camera angle. We gave us more room. It used to be more zoomed in, cropped in. Guys, let me know if you prefer this or the old one, because I'm here for you. We're going to change it. We did get the new camera today, but we're not using it because we're still waiting for the lens. That's going to come next week. And then the podcast, probably not this week, but next week is going to, because we got the stuff for it. How about request more skin, please, John?
That's too much. I can see your collarbone. Not the elbow. And you know what those socks say, ladies and gentlemen?
Taken.
Mr. Right.
I've seen too much stone this man. Elbow. What's wrong with the way I say why does everybody make fun of the way I say elbow?
Because elbow is spelled with an E, which makes an eh sound, not an ah
sound. Listen, the English language, letters can make any sounds you want it to make. PH makes an F sound. Like, it can literally, we can just choose what we want. Like, C, and C, right? All different letters, same sounds. Realize. All different letters, same sounds. Okay? So if I want elbow, that's perfectly fine, right? Listen, just like the Scottish, they go moon instead of moon or something like that. They raise their O's or whatever. Are John and Abby from different parts of Canada, or is John just bad at English?
We're from different parts.
And I'm bad at English.
And he's bad at English.
But I'm also a Newfie. Do Newfies say elbow?
I don't know what they say. Elbow.
I'm not too sure. So it's I'm a Newfie. I'm also just, a silly goose. Say liturgical.
Good job.
I got it. We need
he learns sometimes.
We need to make fun of John more for being Canadian. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You need to make fun of me way more for being Canadian. Guys, smash the like button and share the live so we can get out to the people that we need to get out to. My goodness, we're off to a slow start today. Today's topic, again, is there is no good reason to be Muslim. Prove me wrong, win a taco. We are looking for disagreeers. Old dogs can, in fact, learn new tricks. I'm always learning new tricks. My whole life is just a new trick. Everything I do is just a trick at the end of the day. Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
I
How?
disagree
Oh,
with the problem.
oh. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Hello. How are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Very good. 30 years old. Thank you.
All right. There's no good reason to be a Muslim. Prove me wrong. Go ahead.
Yeah, I disagree. So if somebody's life's in chaos and shambles, they have no direction, they don't know what they want to do, they could go down the wrong path if they continue to have no direction or no reason. So therefore, if you introduce, religion, it could be Christianity or Muslim or Judaism, something that gives them a purpose and a meaning. It can serve good. That would be a argument that impossible to disagree with. You can't dismiss that.
Yeah, I can absolutely disagree with that because the way I'm saying good here is something that is rational to hold. And if the only reason that you're holding to it is because you like it, I don't think that's a good reason to hold to something,
Well,
right? For example, serial killers are serial killers because they like serial killing and it gives them purpose, but it's not a good reason to be a serial killer.
no, okay. That's a straw man. See, I do this for a living, and I know what you're attempting to do. That's a straw man argument. You just straw
I
man
feel
my
like this
argument.
is a troll.
No. I'm saying if someone's life has no purpose and they're just
Uh
out
huh.
there causing chaos,
Uh
if
huh.
you introduce them to religion, that can help them.
Okay, if somebody's life has no purpose and they get introduced into being a serial unaliver and they find purpose, then we should do that.
No, because I'm talking about religion specifically can give somebody a good purpose, and religion teaches good morals to you for you to instill upon your life to treat
So
others,
religious
kindly.
specifically, then that is special pleading.
Wow. Okay. Okay. You know what? You have a good day, young man. You have a good day, young man. You have a good day, young man. We're not.
Well,
That had to be a troll. I don't think that was a legitimate, real conversation.
no.
I don't think that was a real person. You guys couldn't hear and there was a bad echo. I don't know what to do about that. It's the TikTok app. I'm not too sure why TikTok does that. It's just TikTok because some people come in, they're crystal clear. Some people they can't, and it's just awful. And there's an echo. I'm not too sure what happens. Although this is crazy, guys. Oh, did you open the floodgates, Abby?
Oh, I did not.
Open the floodgates. You think he was legit? Have a good day, young man. Wow. Have a good day. Have a good day. Have a good day.
Didn't he say he was 30? Nobody says "have a good day, young man" when they're 30.
I don't know. Maybe he's from I don't know, somewhere far away that says those things.
Okay, floodgates open.
Floodgates are open. Guys, smash the like button, share the live so we can get out to the people that we need to get out to. We need your help. If you want to go to entertainment, put in some work. We need bleeding thumbs. We need bleeding thumbs.
Dan's trying to show you some skin in your messages. Look how fast he picked up his phone.
I don't got anything from Than here. You lied to me. Oh, there it is. Oh my God. Scandalous, Than. It's so big. Wow. And so pretty. Oh my goodness. Keep flipping on me. Why'd you get a tattoo of a pop rocket? What is that? Is that one of those?
He told you.
What?
He told you why he got that.
What? When did he say that?
Actually, maybe it's just him and I talking in the chat.
No.
Anyway, it's a pop. It's a ring pop,
Yeah.
and it's a inside thing between him and his wife
Oh.
because he proposed with a ring pop.
Oh. I see. It's oh there he is. There he is. Hold on, guys. Hold on, everyone. The man has finally arrived. He's finally showed up. To
Drum roll, please.
Mr. All head. And 17 inches of roof. What's with your camera placement, bro?
Yeah, it's like,
And where's your mic? Your mic's not working.
it's not working.
No, I'm picking you up off of your computer sound. Timothy came in with 50. I don't know what that is, but thank you so much. Hey, can you please pray for my mother? They found some small tumors in her abdomen, and I want her to be healed. Do you have any tips on what to do? That actually reminds us, we forgot to pray. Let's do a prayer, and then we'll also pray for that. Lord, thank you for this day and the blessings that you've given. Thank you for who you are and all that you provide. I ask that you help Timothy's mother as she's going through these trials in her sickness, and just give her a clean bill of health. But God, if that's not your will, give them the strength to get through this. You can do many things, so just provide a miracle here, as well as guide us in this life and allow us to speak truth and have the word among us, and allow the Holy Spirit to correct us. In Jesus' name, amen. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. I don't have any advice. That sucks. That's the advice that I can give. Is just, it sucks. And do your best to be as reliable as possible in those situations for your friends and family. Find purpose in being there for those that need it. That's my advice. Any advice, Abby?
No. I mean,
it just sucks.
take it day by day.
Yeah. Any advice, Jordan?
I did not hear what happened. Tragic. So I'm not gonna I don't know.
Timothy, hey, can you please pray for my mother? They found some small tumors in my abdomen, and I want her to be healed. Do you have any tips on what to do?
Spiritual tips.
Jordan's like, I ain't good at this stuff.
Any tip.
Usually when stuff like this happens, I just send them over to John.
Which is really saying something, bro.
I'm horrendous at these things.
All right, guys, smash the like button, share the live. We're looking for somebody to take out Jordan today. There's no good reason to be a Muslim. If you guys disagree with that, you can join with the multi-guest button, or you can join by clicking the link. Also, you guys are really amateur hour right now with those likes. Come on, what are we, 7,000? That's step up your game. If you guys aren't smashing those like buttons, we ain't gonna get guests, and we're just be wasting Jordan's time like we did last time. We trying to do this man right over here.
I'm used to having my time wasted.
The positivity coming out of this man today.
Gabriel said Jordan's a little low.
Jordan's a little low?
Yeah.
That's just Jordan though.
They want him loud.
All right, I turned him up. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Wait, I'm sorry. I joined by accident. I'm
Okay.
Christian.
All right. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. My goodness.
Do I look light skinned enough, or
do you look light skinned enough? What do you want to be light skinned for? You're trying to be like the superior race? Is that what's happening?
The Israelites? I'm already an Israelite.
This prompted a 0-10 rage bait. Okay. Fair enough.
If you had to say that, clearly it was a better rage bait than
I'd say if you had to say it, it's at least a 1. Like a 0 out of 10 is just like scrolling by and not even realizing. Like
if you weren't a little bit enraged, you wouldn't have stopped.
It's got to be at least a 1 out of 10. A 1 out of 10. Y'all need jobs? This is my job. What's your job? Put the fries in the bag, bro. Nah, 0 out of 10, just had to let you know. Well, clearly you knew it was rage bait. So therefore it had to be at least a 1 out of 10. Bare minimum 1 out of 10. Because if it was a 0 out of 10, you wouldn't even realize. You just keep on scrolling. All right, guys, smash the like button, share the live. There is no good reason to be a Muslim. I firmly do believe that. If you disagree, come up and convince us, and we will buy you a taco. I should actually throw that in there. Should throw the taco thing in there. Win a taco. There you go. Win a taco. Is it really whatever kind they want? Is it really a superior race if Jordan can basically not get skin cancer? All I'm saying. Is that true? Is that a fact?
Me personally, it might be a fact for me personally, because I'm just a little bit different. But usually, it's harder. But if you do get it, usually it's too late. You have to peel your skin off.
What?
Completely. because like you don't really notice like the spots when you're black. So
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like if you like, it's like if you're white, you're easier to get skin cancer, but you could see it sooner. But if you're black,
yeah.
it's harder to get it. But once you get it, it's like it's rest in peace, bro.
I don't know if it's rest in peace, but it's like close. You know, I don't know. Like how many people die from skin cancer?
I don't know. At least one.
But it always makes me wonder about those kids in Africa that just chilling out there.
All right, guys. So there's got to be some Muslims out there today. What is going on today? What's happening? It's like it's crazy. Every time Monday we had no guests, we had guests. Like we had no co-hosts. We just had a queue full of people. As soon as we bring up guests, we lose our queue. What is going on? What is with that? Somebody explain that to me. Someone make that. Are you sure we're live on Shorts?
Yeah. I don't want to do 2v1.
Maybe it's the 2v1 thing. Maybe it's the 2v1 thing. I could say
Impossible.
I could say you're only going against Jordan. I will not contribute outside of just telling you guys how handsome you are. That's all I will say. Melanoma isn't racist? What? What? You have the link posted? Yeah, it's posted. Abby?
Yes. Judging me.
Well, Than said he couldn't see it.
Doubting me. He didn't say he didn't see it. He asked. Did
Well,
he even look?
I don't know.
Did he even
Than's
look?
kind of a silly goose.
He's planting doubt. He's trying to steal you from
Than's
me.
kind of a silly
Sowing
goose.
seeds of discord.
All right, guys. Smash the like button. Let's go. We're at 13,000. We need that at 20K. We need that at 20K. Bare minimum. Bare minimum. We need 20,000 likes, and we need some Muslims in here. There's no good reason to be Muslim with a taco. If we don't get any Muslims here soon, we're just going to switch it just straight up to like everybody but Christianity is an idiot. Don't forget to mute your mic. What are you saying? That black people disproportionately get skin cancer because they leave it untreated?
That doesn't even follow. That just doesn't follow.
Sounds like that's what you're saying. Jordan's a racist.
If anything, it would be that they have a disproportionate amount of like higher, like advanced skin cancer. That could be the case, but not necessarily the case because
They got advanced skin cancer. That's the argument.
Because if like Edomites are more fragile and there's more of them that get it, then
What's an Edomite, Jordan?
if you know, you know.
I don't know. What's an Edomite?
Then you don't know.
Ben says he doesn't see the link
It's there.
on the shorts.
Yeah. It's everywhere.
Okay. We might have to switch topics here. Guys, smash the like button, share live. Let's go. Come on. Where are the Muslims at? Are they all hiding because of what Nick did to what's his name?
I thought they already had the funeral though.
Maybe they're still grieving?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is that what's happened? Is that what's happened? Are they all hiding? Because Nick just cooked or what? I'm not too sure. Bro, you're 16. You can't come up. How many times I got to tell you this? Or you might be 17 now. I don't know. That was like a year ago. Abdham. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
I'm 34.
My God. All right, man. There's no good reason to be Muslim. Win a taco. Go ahead.
Oh no! You see, I was one of the men of Al Zut. I just came here for an Ask Me Anything. Anyone got any questions for one who dealt with that steamy night with Allah?
I saw this happen to Nick the other night too.
What?
Or he went live. It's the same thing. Just nonsense.
I don't know that. Like, yeah, no.
Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
21.
All right, man. There's no good reason to be Muslim. Go ahead.
Why? Let's begin with you telling me why there's no good reason to be a Muslim.
Yeah, because there's no inductive or deductive arguments or rational reasons to hold it to be true. He left. Bro.
I mean, if it's really that difficult, we could just do the other thing. Like, I don't really care.
We're gonna switch it. We're gonna switch it after this person. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
30.
All right, bro. There's no good reason to be Muslim. Win a taco. Go ahead.
Well, I was just wondering about you were talking about the Nick live. Nick who?
Nick Fuentes.
He went live against a Muslim recently?
No, I'm joking.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, what?
Nick Fearless Truth. I don't know his last name. What is Nick's last name?
SWV.
That Nick.
Okay. Oh, but yeah, no, I don't have anything. I don't disagree with you at all. So I'll just get off here. Have a good one.
All right. God bless.
Yeah, you might gotta switch that topic, buddy.
Yeah, I'm switching it. I'm switching it. We're gonna go.
Maybe they just realized there were no good reasons. I don't know.
Maybe. Christianity is greater than everything. Win a taco.
Amen.
Yeah, because he did the same thing, man, and he didn't get a single
They probably
Muslim
told
up.
them not to like come up because it was like causing too much, like, what do they call it, fitna? Should walk.
All right, guys. Christianity is greater than everything. Prove us wrong. Win a taco. You can join by clicking the link, or you can join with the multi-guest button. Don't let me waste Jordan's time. Smash the like button, share the live. We still ain't at 20,000, which is like just crazy work because we've been out here for years doing this for you guys, doing the work y'all afraid to do, and y'all can't even just hit that like button. That's crazy. That's crazy. Crazy to me. You know how many?
He said y'all scared.
What's that?
He said y'all scared. I'm talking to the audience.
Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
45.
All right, bro. Christianity is greater than everything. Prove us wrong. Win a taco. Go ahead.
Well, I can't exactly prove you wrong, but what's your aspect on being a Trinitarian Muslim?
Oh, what?
A Trinitarian Muslim.
What's the Trinitarian Muslim?
See how we don't, they believe the Christian book's faulty. See, the early Quran was meant to have been a Christian book, and Muhammad had pictures of Mary and Jesus on the Kaaba. So I think Muslims are a form of Christianity. And you get people arguing at Speaker's Corner all the time. I heard it.
Jordan?
I don't particularly believe it myself, but I'm just thought you'd maybe had an opinion on it. That's all I'm asking.
First I'm hearing of Trinitarian Muslim.
Trinitarian Islam?
Because the Holy Spirit blew into Mary, so that's no monotheist.
You're just saying it's just a knockoff of like incorrect Christianity, like Gnosticism, right?
No, I'm saying their book would have been more like the Bible than the Bible. They're saying their book's corrupt, yours is no. The Muslim Quran's corrupt. The early Quran preached Christianity. History proves it.
I mean, your type of English is not my first language. So I don't know what half of the stuff I just don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on.
That's cool, Paul.
Huh?
Huh?
All right. Thank you for your time.
No problem. Cheers, buddy.
God bless. God bless.
That was one of the strongest Scottish accents I've ever heard.
Yeah, up there, for sure. All right, guys, smash the like button, share the live, do the things you need to do to get out to the people we need to get out to. Today, we're saying Christianity is greater than everything. If you could prove us wrong, you will win a taco. Let's go. Islam is freedom. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Yes, I'm 32.
All right, bro. Christianity is greater than everything. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
Yes, well, I just think that you should submit to Islam.
Okay,
It's
why?
better.
Why?
Islam, we have stronger men. We
Like physically, like they lift
is
more
so funny?
weights.
Hey, I see you Christians. You bow down to your wives. In Islam, our wives do whatever we want them to
Oh,
do.
And if they don't do what you want, what happens?
What you are asking right now?
If they don't do what you want, what happens?
But that just doesn't happen.
It's never happened.
Yes. Above this, we have good evidence. We have the prophecies of Muhammad, peace be upon him.
Please be upon him. Who? Please be upon who?
What prophecies?
So, yes, we have, for instance, he said once, when Khosrau is destroyed, there will be no Kisra after him, and when Caesar is destroyed, there will be no Caesar after him. By the one in whose hand is the soul of Muhammad, peace be upon him, the treasures of both
Caesar?
will certainly be spent in the path of Allah.
So how much is it going to take for me to get you to turn your camera on and take your shirt off?
Bro, how? Look, nobody was joining, so I decided to try to,
You know how I feel about devil's advocate arguments.
That wasn't even a devil's advocate. That was just
I'm just
Nonsense.
making
straight
stuff up, bro.
trolling.
Straight trolling. Is Mitzrayim in the chat?
Yeah.
Mitzrayim, congratulations on becoming a mod.
Okay.
We've
Well, I
been
was just trying to
upgrading.
give you some content, man. I was trying to steal, man, so that way you guys had something.
that wasn't even.
You didn't
a
answer
steal,
my
man.
question,
That was-
though.
That was like a
What?
10, man.
What question?
How much for you to turn your camera on and take your shirt off?
That's not happening.
It's a true dichotomy question where it's either $100 or zero.
No, it's logically necessary that's false.
No, it's logically necessary that you need to turn your camera on and take your shirt off.
No, that's a logical necessity, not logically necessary.
Same thing.
I'm making fun of Dean Response right now, if you remember that part
No.
of my conversation with him.
No, I don't remember that. I don't remember
When
this
did you talk with
conversation.
Dean?
When he jumped into our call-in show a few weeks back, and he tried to say that his model of the Injil is a logically necessary hypothesis, and he tried to escape
Oh
that.
no, I do remember that jump.
Yeah.
All right.
Muslims are scared, man, bro.
Our-
the
our-
Dawa dudes are afraid. Seriously, like,
Because they
They're-
can't keep going on lives and getting destroyed by randoms who like barely know anything about
I know.
Christianity. Like that's just not a good look. Like we're just waxing the floor with them. They're not. We're not even scholars. Like half of us that are just doing this. Like, bro, we play more video games than we do study Christianity. And they're still getting
Bro,
destroyed.
I've been studying Islam.
Jordan's throwing the gloves down right now. It's just like, yeah, let's. Like,
It's
who's
just a
out there?
fact of the matter. Like,
Who's
we're
out
not
there?
even like. There's
Bro,
so
no,
many more
100%.
educated people. Like,
Bro, no, it's horrible. I've been studying Islam actually for like 2 months now, and none of the Dawa dudes want to debate me. It's very frustrating.
I mean, you could debate a Muslim cowboy for 20 grand.
If I had 20 grand, I would not be spending that to debate Muslim cowboy.
20 grand, you could debate him, bro.
Somebody else wants to spend that money, go ahead.
All right. Hold on. I don't know if we got I don't know if we got another guest though. Goodbye, Than.
Bye.
Did we finally win? Did everybody just accept that Christianity is the best? Like,
It might be a case, bro, because I swear every time I go on something, it's just like
or maybe they're scared of you. Maybe you're the issue.
I might be I'm starting to think I'm the issue. I don't want my head to be blown up that much, but like I swear every time I go somewhere, like I try and do something.
You know what we're gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? Is like I'm just gonna have this up there. I'm not gonna have your picture up there. And then as soon as they come in, I'm just gonna like pop, put your picture on. And then you can
Just jump here.
Muslim. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you? Muslim? Hello? I could see your VU moving. I know you're there.
Hello, good morning.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear us?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. How old are you?
I am 25.
All right, bro. Christianity is greater than everything. Prove us wrong, win a taco.
Well, I think Islam is better because there are many miracles in the Quran. I can show some miracles in the Quran for if you want.
Okay, go ahead.
Like in Surah Furqan, if you study the Quran in 45, it says that in 25 Surah Al Furqan 25, 45, 46. It says that have you not considered your Lord how he extends the shadow, and if he willed, he could have made it stationary. Then we made the sun an indication of it. Then we hold it in hand for a gradual grasp. So this can be related to X-rays and radiation. You know that X-rays and radiations are a modern technology.
Hold on. Your
Now we use
accent's very thick. I gotta slow down and I gotta read this again.
Wait, John, just read what it says.
So it says, "Have you not seen how your Lord extends the shade? He could have simply made it remain still if he so willed. Then we make the sun its guide, causing the shade to retreat gradually." So it's a miracle because Muhammad knew how shadows worked.
I am saying that this can be related to modern X-rays and radiations. At that time, nobody knew that X-rays. You know that modern technology,
You think this
science,
is
and
X-rays?
X-rays. You know X-rays.
Like the
In
one where
hospital, we
like
do
the
X-rays
doctor
when
puts you in like a thing and then they just like run outside real quick and like
yes, but they are shadows. Really, they throw light on us, and our bones they reflect the light different way than soft tissues. So we have a picture behind the on the X-ray sheet. So this is how it is a shadow of a kind. So in this verse, Allah is also stating that if we have willed, we could have made the shadow stationary. So it basically means that Allah is saying that stating about X-rays and radiations.
and how do you know this is about
Then we
X-rays?
made the sun an indication of it.
No. How do you know it's about X-rays though?
Yes, X-rays. You know that there are
No. I
electromagnetic waves from
know
the
what
sun,
X-rays are.
radiations.
Then how do you know this is about X-rays? Because there's different types of like radiation and different types of waves. So how do you know this is X-rays?
Well, it can.
And not just a freaking
It is.
shadow
You
where
can
I
say
can see
that
if I go
gradual grasp.
outside right now.
No, gradual grasping of the shadow provides a profound metaphorical resonance with modern imaging technology. It
How do you
can be seen
know
as a
that this
sign
is
from
about
Allah.
freaking X-rays? Like, I just need to know because, like, we've had this for like what 1,400 years now, and nobody said it was about electromagnetic radiation or whatever you want to say it is. Like, how do you know? Like, you just read
Well,
somebody
it is
said that.
hinting at a deeper layer of meaning about the nature of light. It is hinting at a deeper layer of meaning about the nature of light,
The
So,
deeper
radiation,
layer
and the
of that, I
ability to
can look at
capture
my
images
shadow,
of the
and then
unseen.
you got X-rays from that.
but also hinting God's big miracle is a hint.
How is that even a hint?
Yes, what? it is a concept that would have been a complete mystery 1400 years ago, but it is
A
a common
shadow is a
reality today.
mystery.
But
A
Allah has told us
shadow, hold on. A shadow was a mystery 1400 years ago.
no, no. I'm saying that X-rays and you can say CT scan,
How do you know
other
it's about
technology that are,
X-rays? How do you know it's a CT scan? How do you know it's any of this?
because it is written in the words that
It's
gradual
written in
grasping
the
of the
verse that it
shadow.
says
So
X-rays
gradual
and CT
grasping,
scans.
it says that gradual grasping of the shadow, which provides a profound metaphorical resonance with modern
So is
imaging
it? Oh, hold
technology.
on. So every time it's a
Gradual
shadow, then
grasping of
I'm
the
running into X-ray radiation. That's what happened. That's what's happening right now.
yes, but it is a metaphorical resonance with the modern imaging
Brother,
technology. You
my
can say
nuts
that it can
have
be
a
seen as a
shadow.
sign
Like if
from
I
Allah.
have X-ray radiation going through my genitalia, like I'm cooked. Like I don't know how you're getting this.
But it is hinting at a deeper meaning about the nature of light radiation. If you were read the words more profoundly, you will see that ability to capture images of the unseen. You can say X-rays and radiations can detect the unseen of the body. So this is what is being said in the verse. If you read more deeply this verse,
Are shadows
so
unseen?
it is a I think it's a yes, it is. Shadows. You can say shadows. You can say we made the. It also states that we have made the sun an indication of it. The sun is ultimately the source of radiation and energy in our solar system. So it is a clear indication or guide to the concept of electromagnetic waves, of which X-rays are a part of. So
Lord have
this is
mercy.
what I'm saying, that it
Bro, y'all make the devil's
sun is
job easy,
also
bro.
written in the.
Like y'all, this is oh my lord. Like I don't know what. Oh god. So you think just because somebody said there was
There are
a
many
shadow?
more miracles I can show.
Yeah, show us another one. Show us
Other
another one.
miracles are also there in the Quran.
Show us another one. We're not very convinced of this one.
Okay, you know that when Prophet Muhammad went to the Miraj in the on the seven skies, he should sees a green carpet at the horizons of the sky.
You did what?
So there he show you know that he saw a green carpet at the horizons of the sky.
A
Green
green
carpet,
carpet?
I thought I
green
heard
cloud.
green card. I was like, bro,
You
ICE
said a
really doing
green
that?
carpet? A green carpet?
Yes, it's a hadith.
Like Aladdin type of carpet, like
Yes, I
flying?
can send. No carpet, you a cloud. You can say when you know that aurora borealis. You know that the northern lights. They have been discovered now that when the sun sends electromagnetic waves to the earth, it is sent to the north and south poles, where northern lights are
What is
generated
up
due
with
to
you and
these
like
where they
electromagnetic like
ionize.
waves? Like, is this like a thing that you like or something? Like you just see electromagnetic waves and everything?
No, you can search the northern lights. Northern lights are, you can say, they ionize the gases in the North Pole and South Pole. So the green lights are produced. So the when Prophet Muhammad went to Miraj, he saw these green lights on the
Where's
sky, and
Mirage?
it is written in the Hadith. I can, Miraj. It is a miracle of Prophet Muhammad. You can say search the Miraj. The Miraj is, you can say, uh, Miraj is called the stairs when he went to the seven heavens. Miraj. It is a miracle of the Prophet Muhammad. Miraj.
Oh, when he
He
went up.
he Yes, he first went from Makkah to Baitul Maqdis, to Jerusalem, and then from there he went to the seven heavens. And in each heaven there was door, and he met Prophet Hazrat Isa, Hazrat Isa, Hazrat Musa, Hazrat
What?
all the
You have other
different
guests?
prophets, and then he went to the yes.
Yeah, I do.
I can
He's
give you the
been voted
hadith
off.
number of this.
All right, bro. You've been voted off the island, but I appreciate your time. God bless you.
I do not appreciate this.
All right, let's bring in the next guest. Guys, smash the like button, share the live, do the things you need to do so we can get out to the people that we need to get out to. Today's topic is Christianity over everything. Prove us wrong, win a taco. You can join with the multi-guest button or by clicking the thingamajig, whatchamacallit, that I can't say because TikTok's sensitive. Oh, no way. Did we get Rick rolled here? Ain't no way. Oh, yeah, okay. Brad, hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Yeah, I'm 25.
All right, bro. Christianity over everything. Prove us wrong. Win a taco. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm not a Muslim, but I'm also a Christian. So, so one of my problem with Christianity, at least, is with So when I was looking into Christianity, there's one particular prayer of Jesus where he prays that all Christians should be one. To me, just empirically true that never happened. Like from early church history until now, like Christians are always divided into multiple sects and stuff like that.
What?
So I think it's so Jesus
I mean, the
prayed
sects,
that
like
his followers should be
the
one.
sects wouldn't. So when you're talking about different sects, those would have been broken off from the Christian church. Like there would still be one holy Catholic and Apostolic Church.
Jordan's Catholic confirmed.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
Orthodox
yeah,
say they are
maybe.
too, so it could be either one.
Okay, I can see that argument if you're Catholic, but then you have like to make now a further argument for why Catholicism specifically is true.
I'm not a
Because
Catholic, but why would I have to?
okay,
Why would I have to do that
okay,
though?
because even today, under the broader umbrella of Christianity, there are multiple sects that are not in communion with each other.
Yeah, they
How can you
just
reconcile
wouldn't
that
be
they are one?
they wouldn't be the fullness of Christianity. They would have broken off from the true church. Like there's no issue with that.
Jason Westbrook says the Mamdani Caliphate has taken New York. I don't know what that means, but I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think he's talking
So,
about the mayor of New York.
so like are Protestants, Catholic, Orthodox, and the different Protestant sects all Christians, or is only one of them that's a Christian?
Yeah, you would just say
That
that one is the true holy Catholic and Apostolic Church. Like, so they would still be one in that regard. So that wouldn't
okay,
prove anything about what you're saying.
okay, so which one is the correct one then? Which one is
But
the
would you
correct?
agree that if one is the correct one, then it'd still
Yeah,
be one?
yeah, yeah. If you can establish like in a principled way that there's this one church that's only been the same since the beginning, and that all these other are just like new things. Yeah, that would be right. But
Okay,
I
then.
don't think you can prove that, or that's not how like the term Christianity is used. So
That's not how it's used now. Like back then, that's how it was used.
yeah, I'm living today. So so let's say okay, I want to become a Christian because this is something that was read to me. I want to become a Christian.
Mm.
That the terms of denomination Christ said they'll all be one, and almost every sensible Christian I know accepts that all the other sects are Christians. So to me,
In like the general sense of the word, not necessarily like the fullness of the word. Like all you'd have to do is just do research into like the early church and then see which one aligns with that.
all right, I can.
So you should do that.
Okay, I can. All right. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It's just that it's very difficult to come like with a principled way to see like okay, because if potentially was God making that prayer, I think it'd be something that would be pretty easy to recognize that okay, this is Christianity and all those people are just
I
like
don't
it's
even
not.
understand what your contention is.
My contention is that if Jesus Christ's prayer has failed, then Christianity cannot be true.
What is a prayer?
The prayer that all of us that
What is a
Christians should be
prayer?
one.
What is prayer?
And a petition to God.
Well, not always to God. It just means to request something, right?
But yeah, but it was in Christianity, Jesus is like the Son of God, and God always answers all what Jesus prays for.
Yeah, so the Bible also says that God desires for all people to come to salvation, yet all people won't come to salvation. So I don't understand how showing like a desire
And
shows that it's false.
and also easiness is like a relative term, because if somebody is like spiritually darkened, they're not going to understand the things of the spirit. So it's going to be harder for them to understand the things of the spirit, i.e., harder for them to find the truth of like what something is in relation to what God is. So it could be easier for some people, harder for others. It just depends. Like, it's not necessarily a question of like, oh, it's just there.
Okay, so how do you guys like interpret? How do you think I should have viewed the episode where Jesus was praying that all Christians to be one?
Which verse specifically are you talking about?
He's talking about John chapter 17. You could start at like verse 17 through like 21, probably. Like 20 and 21 or something like that.
It says, sanctify them by the truth. Your word is truth. As you sent me into the world, I've also sent them into the world. For them, I sanctify myself, so they too may be sanctified by the truth. I'm not asking on my behalf them alone, but also on the behalf of those who will believe in me through their message, that all of them may be one as you, Father, are in me and I in you. May they also be in us, so that the world may believe you sent me. I have given them glory you gave me, so that they may be as we are one. I am in them, you in me, that they may be perfectly united, so that the world may know that you sent me and have loved them just as you love me. Father, I want those you have given to me to be with me where I am, that they may see the glory you gave me, because you loved me before the foundation of the world. Okay, I really don't understand your contention here, man.
Okay, so so your prayer that they should be as one. And specifically that oneness should specifically the oneness should also be like a testimony that they were sent, that they are truly
But
followers of
I just
Christ.
don't understand your contention. What is your contention?
Oneness is just empiric. That's not what empirically happened. Like that Christians were always divided.
No, we would just say that people divided from Christianity. It has nothing to do with like there being one holy Catholic and Apostolic Church.
Okay, yeah. I've never heard that one when I discuss with my Christian friends. I will I'll look into your claim specifically then. Like, yeah, if you can prove that there's been one Christian sect and that all the others are just wrong. Yeah, and if it's fair, can I add another problem that I have when I'm looking into Christianity?
I just don't even see what the problem is there, but yeah, sure.
So yeah, I think this will be a common problem that everybody already knows.
Huh?
So
you said what?
I think this is a common problem that you guys have already heard. So I'll make it quick. It'll be it partakes specifically to the Trinity and incarnation.
Okay.
So in what sense can you say that God is that the Son, the Father, and the Spirit are both truly God? There are three distinct persons, but at the same time they are still one God. Without like collapsing, like if they are really identical to God and they are each three person, how are they not three gods? I think all you guys already know this problem.
Yeah, so God is like a description of nature and action. So when we talk about God, we're talking about the whatness. We're talking about the divine essence, right? There's three persons who have that same divine essence. and they are identical to that divine essence. Not absolutely identical, but we can use relative identity if you want. Like, it doesn't matter. But we say that they are the same what, but different who's. So they're
So
different persons, but they have the same nature.
I get that, but doesn't that like apply to like almost so humans, like you have the same nature, you're
Yeah.
distinct
So with
persons,
us,
but you
we
are not
have
the same
like,
human.
yeah, we have the same category of nature. Like we're part of like a universal, right? So basically, we're like instantiations of this one type of nature. They're not instantiations, meaning that they're not different examples that are participated in of this thing called God. They are the thing that is God in and of itself. So when you look at humans, right, you can tell that me and John are different because I'm a sexy black man and then John's just a white guy.
Yep.
So we have two different like substances, right? Sure, we could both be like 6'3", but there's still going to be those other differences. With God, we don't have those differences. They have the same exact nature, numerically identical. So it's a little bit different because we, as humans, we do different actions from each other, right? I'm waving my hand around, John isn't. That shows that we have two different natures or substances, right? Even though we could have the same category of nature that is human, we have two different, like numerically distinct natures. That's not the case with God. They have the same nature, the same actions.
Okay, I don't. Maybe I don't get it completely, but so
It's kind
if
of
I
like
let me try to say,
imagine if there was like three people in like the same body. Like they have the same body. They're the same human being, but there would be three persons in that one human body. Except with God, it's way different. It's just three persons with an unlimited nature.
okay. So I get your analogy, and it's just an analogy, like because in the Trinity, all the three persons have the same will and intellect and so far and so forth. So the analogy wouldn't be 100% correct, but but okay, that's important. So if they all have the same, if they all have the same nature, the same, and they have the same operation, everything, how are they then three distinct persons? Because they're all identical to the same thing. They have all of it fully, not like human who
Yeah.
instantiate different
So
ways.
they're distinguished by their relations. So they have relations of opposition. So the Father begets the Son, and he spirates the Holy Spirit. So that's how they're distinct.
Wouldn't that be like three different then operation that would like separate them, kind of like humans and stuff like that?
No, because there's the difference between like transient actions and like imminent actions. So,
Okay,
for
what's it?
instance, imminent action would be something that occurs within the nature of something. A transient action would be something that happens outside the nature of something. So the relations are in fact the nature, but they are a different aspect of that nature. So for instance, if I draw a straight line, I can point at the right side of the line and say, this is the line. It's still going to be the same line. And then I can point at the left side. It's going to be the same line, right? But there's going to be a relational distinction. One's going to be the right, one's going to be the left. In God, there's a relational distinctions, relations of origin. So the Father, being the source of the Trinity, he spirates the Spirit and he begets the Son. So there's going to be the relational aspect that keeps that same exact nature. However, it's just going to be distinctions within a relation so that they can be three distinct persons, but still having that same nature.
Has he been voted, Abby?
No.
So when it comes like to the line thing, that would be like a distinction in part. But from what I've read, even that distinction in part, the Trinity doesn't allow for that.
It's a
Like this is
distinction
part of
in
the line.
thought. How is
I'm talking
the?
about part. I'm talking about part, like the line. This is part of the line. So
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about, but in the Trinity, like the Father, Son, and Spirit, they are not part of God. So
Yeah.
so if there's a relation that is from the Father to the Son, I don't see how you can then say they both possess the same divine nature in the same
Also,
way,
make Funky a
but
mod.
and they are not the same person.
Yeah, so when God generates, he generates perfectly, unlike how humans or other created things generate. So by generating perfectly, he generates the Son, with the same exact essence. So there wouldn't be an issue or a logical contradiction with that.
Wait, I don't think you can go too deep. Yeah. Do you have maybe like a recommendation on a resource I can read more for that?
How versed are you with like philosophy? Like,
I'm not that good. I'm like
Hmm.
I'm like a normal person.
so I'm not normal. I'm weird now. Oh my god.
I
Yeah.
don't
He-
use transgender
he has been
feminine
voted off, just so
ever.
you know.
I've never used the words.
So I would suggest. All right, there's a video on YouTube by a dude named Christian Wagner, or you can type in Scholastic Answers, and it's gonna be called Irrefutable Trinity. Now he's gonna get into like some like philosophical terms because you're asking like a metaphysical question that involves
Yeah,
philosophy.
I'll do some homework to understand the terminology. No problem.
Yeah. Do some of that, and he gives you some sources so you can like read Aristotle's categories and look at like the category of relation and all these different things. But you're asking like a philosophical question, so you're gonna have to look at those philosophical definitions.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for the time.
All right, bro.
No
God
problem.
bless. Bro, I am so bored. Daniel Clark came in, 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Jason came in, $5, says, if there's time, please provide evidence, sources, examples that the Trinity is not a retcon. It's the Bible.
What is a retcon?
Like something made up. Something made up. All right, let's bring in the next guest. Guys, smash the like button, share the live, do the things you need to do.
Hey, at least you have guests, because I don't have guests.
You don't ever get like not even one?
Bro, I hear like 3 every like 2 hours, bro. It's horrendous.
Wow.
Yeah, but we used to get full queues. What's going on here?
Yeah, we used to. Maybe the market's a little saturated now because we were like the first ones, low key.
Yeah, we're the OGs.
And I haven't been going live consistently, so that's
True. Chargo. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Hello, good afternoon. I'm 25.
All right, man. Christianity over everything. Prove us wrong. Go
Can
ahead.
y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah.
sweet. A problem I have often, I feel, is belief. I feel that it's easy to say someone will believe in something, and orient their mind in that way. But I feel that actions are best reflective, of the character of the being. And so I have a hard time understanding how belief is the quintessential factor of, the case you're making. I would see that action or how we live our lives. And I feel that Jesus calls us to how we should live.
What's your point, though? I'm trying to figure out, like, what were you...
So I think oftentimes in the Christian context, we can say belief is the quintessential factor. You have to believe Jesus,
I mean, you're not going to follow him if you don't believe in him. Like, what the...
Sure, but the case to say that the only way one can have access to is through God, through Jesus, right? So here's my discrepancy, is we're saying God is in heaven, correct?
No.
So God is in
well,
heaven.
yes, but no. Like he's not contained in heaven.
How do we have access to this God?
Well, you're not listening. You're not listening to what I said, right? You asked a question to try to answer. You just kind of kept going. Sure. Yes, he is in heaven, but he's not contained in heaven.
So how do we as mortal beings have access to God? The case you're making is through Jesus.
Wait, hold on. What did I just say?
And what do you mean by access?
So access being to be in heaven.
Okay, so again, God is in heaven, but he's not contained in heaven because God is everywhere. He's omnipresent.
I mean, God can
and I'm okay with that. But so are you asserting that the only way for a mortal being to get to heaven or to have access to God is through Jesus? Is that the case you're making?
Jesus is the way, the truth, and life.
God. Yeah, he's God.
Okay, so my discrepancy with this...
What's the okay, when you say discrepancy, there has to be like 2 things that don't add up. Like you can't just say,
so what it doesn't work for me is just like you said, I believe God is omnipresent. God is at all places and at all times, and the access to that is in no limit. I think God can be thrown into the awareness of someone. I
What
think the
is your
case that
argument, bro? What are you talking about? What are you
I
saying?
will say that God is an ever-present and ever-accessible reality.
Okay.
So
What does
to
that have to
say,
do with
yeah,
anything? So just because
because
like
sure.
just because he's omnipresent doesn't mean that
Mhm.
like he doesn't set out rules as to how you can access him, like whatever that means.
And so who are we and how do we know the standard? And you will say the Bible, and other
Yeah, because he told us,
cultures and other
and I can
contexts will
prove
say
other
their own.
cultures and contexts wrong. Like it's irrelevant. Like just because somebody else says
Yeah.
3 + 3 = 8 doesn't mean that like, oh well, now we're confused. We don't know whether 3 + 3 = 6 now. Like that's just
Yeah.
bad
All
logic.
I would say is it seems you're asserting a belief that there's a place called
Isn't
I
that
heaven.
am
exactly
I
what you're
am
doing?
asserting
Okay.
like
So you're asserting a belief that there's a place called heaven, and the only way to have access to it is through following one specific tradition.
Yes.
I
Okay.
mean he
Hence
could
the
let
title,
like
Christianity over everything.
yeah, I mean he could let people in from other traditions if he so chooses because they had like ignorance of something like
So you feel
it's not
that
an
to be the
issue.
case then? You feel that
Nah,
other
we're
people and
just
other
up here
traditions and
arguing with
other
people
times.
who don't make sense because we don't think that's the case. Like
And that's fine. You might not feel it makes sense. Your views will not make sense to other people. But what I
Bro,
just,
okay, just
yeah.
stop. What's your argument?
bro, did you give him full mental capacity?
My argument is that
God, Lord help
asserting
us.
that the only way to God
Uh-huh.
is in one form or in one tradition, I disagree with this. I think
That's
that
not an
there are
argument.
other.
Why do you
That's a mental
disagree
state.
with it?
You're just telling me your mental state. I want an argument. What's your argument?
Okay, well, I feel like it's a belief. It's an assertion. You're making an assertion that
It's still not an
Can I
argument.
make
Do you
hold
know
on?
what an
Can I
argument
make an
is?
assertion that 2 + 2 = 4 and be right?
Jordan, how dare you? How dare you? There are many ways to 4. There are many ways to 4, Jordan.
I'm just asking if I can make that assertion because
yeah,
apparently when we make
and so
assertions, it's just automatically just like wrong.
yeah. So would you say that if someone has a belief in Jesus, that independent of their actions, whatever someone's actions are, that they'll be saved?
No.
So if I
Heck
believe
no!
in
What the
Jesus,
no?
okay. So then belief is not the quintessential factor.
What define belief?
And what do you mean quintessential factor? What the like? What do you mean?
So what does someone need to do to be saved in your understanding? If you
No,
could
no,
enlighten me
define
here.
belief. Hold up.
Define belief.
Hold up,
I
hold
will
up, hold up,
say
hold up,
that
hold up.
Love the new podcast. God bless and love you all.
Thank you so much, Shannon. Appreciate you. All
We
right.
love you too,
We
Shannon.
love you too. All right. So define belief.
I would say a belief is something someone doesn't know to be true and yet wants to be true.
Okay.
You can't
Yeah,
prove it to be
that's
true,
not the
and yet you want it to
Christian word for belief. That's not what it means when we say believe Jesus. Like, are you telling me that Jesus stood in front of people, calmed the storms, fed thousands of people, and then looked at them and said, "Believe in me," because you don't actually know that I'm true?
Could you try again? I didn't
So
understand that.
Jesus stood in front of his disciples, fed 5,000 people with 2 fish and a loaf of bread, calmed the storm, brought people back to life, healed the lame, healed the sick, healed the blind. He did this all in front of them and then said to them, "Hey, believe in me because, you don't know if what I'm doing is true."
No, I don't think Jesus compelled anybody to believe. I think he compelled them how to act, how to live in this life.
He literally
To
told
establish-
people that the only way is to believe in the Son.
Okay, so now you're saying it is belief.
But we're defining what belief is.
Bro, your definition
Okay.
of believe is horrendous.
So then what is your definition of belief, please?
Belief is having a trust.
So
literally-
having a trust.
Yes.
So my understanding is you cannot prove a belief to be true. You might want
You
that.
absolutely can.
True.
So
Okay,
there's
bro.
knowledge.
So
No, hold up, hold
prove
up,
to me
hold up,
that.
hold up. There's knowledge, right? So there's like belief, knowledge, and a justification,
Mhm.
right? If you got those three things, then you're rational to hold it to be true.
Like you do know that one of the definitions for knowledge is
Mhm.
like a justified true belief, right? That would be a contradiction if belief means you don't know it to like be true.
Any knowledge is provisional. Any knowledge is conditioned on what we know at the time. So we don't have absolute knowledge. You can't make metaphysical claims
Any
or
knowledge
absolute
is
claims.
based on what you know. Oh my! Let me write that down. Wow.
No, it's based off of the wider things you don't know. You have to admit in that you don't know everything. So
Knowledge is
it
based
seems
off
you
of
guys
what
are
you know.
asserting reality. You're asserting what's true, and
You're asserting what's
I'm
true. You're saying
struggling with that.
what we believe is not true.
Food is
So you're
No,
based off
asserting.
of
I'm
what
not
you can
saying
eat.
I'm not saying that at all.
Then what's your argument against what? Then what's your argument against what we're stating? We're stating
Yeah.
that Jesus
So
Christ is the way, the truth, and the life.
okay.
Christianity is the only true religion. It's greater than all other beliefs, and you're just saying I
Yeah.
don't like it. What's your argument?
No, it's not. It's not that I don't like it. I think of the stories like the Good Samaritan or coming across another person of another faith. The first question
Good
isn't.
Samaritan's not about coming across somebody with a different faith. The Samaritans were followers of Yahweh.
Um, Again, does Jesus compel us? I think not to view others as our brothers, and I feel that.
No, Jesus views us to view other Christians as our brothers and sisters.
Yeah, see, I can't accept that. I have to
Well, then you're
believe that Jesus.
disagreeing with Jesus, but you can't use
Okay.
Jesus to make your arguments and then say I
I have
disagree with Jesus.
Jesus, in my understanding, compels us to treat others, every single person, as our brothers. And so, if you're saying you
No,
disagree with that,
Jesus tells us to
if
treat
you're
every
saying
single
you
person with
disagree with that,
love, not as our
yeah.
brothers. Me and you are not brothers in Christ
How do you know that?
because you're denying
See,
the basic
again, I
idea
feel like
and teachings of Jesus.
again. See, I feel like we are limited in our knowledge. So even people who are new Christians or learning or in the process, and I see you guys are frustrated, but I just
Bro, because you're
would
not
ask
making
you
an
to have.
argument. You're just telling me
I
how you
would
feel
just
all the time.
ask you guys to have compassion with people who are trying to learn and understand
But you're not trying
your
to
faith
learn.
and others.
We don't even know what you're trying to learn, bro. You're just saying like knowledge is based off of knowing something.
No, I said
Water's
knowledge
wet.
is based off of what
Like
you don't know. So there's a lot of things that you don't know. Would you agree to that?
Yes, there's a lot of things. There's
are
more
there
things I
things that
don't
you do
know.
know?
Yes. Okay, thank you. There are more things that you don't know, and what
Mhm.
you know is based off of what you don't know.
But you
That
do
would
know
be
what
my
you do. What I do know.
How?
Hold on. You know what I do know? I do know that two.
Rocks don't know anything. And he never can.
Your
Like, what do you
also your frustration
I
in
don't
this
know
argument,
theoretical
right?
physics, so all of a sudden I don't know one
Yeah.
plus 1 equals 2? What does that have to do with that? That's not even logical.
Yeah, I feel like the fruit of the spirit is reflective, of the nature of the
Bro,
person himself.
you're just all over the place. What is your argument, man?
He probably thinks
No,
it's real
I
fruit.
just wanted to have a discussion with you. It wasn't
About
really an
what?
argument or a conversation, just about your views and try and understand you guys. And so I'm sorry I frustrated you, it seems. But I just wanted to know where you guys are coming from and
You
have an
didn't
open
even
conversation.
ask us a question. Like, bro, you just said
Yeah, you
No,
never asked us a
I
question.
asked
So
a
how
number
does
of questions about belief, about heaven, about how you feel about Jesus, and
you
I
didn't
feel I
ask us
came
about
to.
heaven. You
I
literally
feel
only
I
asked
learned.
us, "Oh, is God in heaven?"
Okay,
That's
so
what you wanted to know from us?
if you feel it's not a helpful conversation, that's fine. But I just hopefully the people listening could get something out of it.
What did
Hopefully
get?
I
What
was
would
able
you
to
Well,
like
get
to
hold
something
on.
out of
Let's
it.
find out. Chat, did you get something out of this?
Hold on.
Hold on.
What
I
would
want to
you
ask.
like
I
to
want to
know?
ask. Chat, did you get something out of this? I want to know.
Like, what did you hope that they were gonna get from this? What were you trying to get
No,
from this?
Again, I just wanted to talk with you guys, see what some
No,
of
no,
your
that's
views
not
were.
that. You don't answer anything. What were you
There's a
hoping
lot
that
of
the
no's.
audience gets from this?
So I can't speak to what I know of what the audience is gonna. What I personally
That's
wanted
not
to
what
get
I
out of it.
asked. I said, what did
Yeah.
you hope?
So yeah, for myself, it just to have a conversation with you guys to get to know better what was your views and
That's
to
rage
push
bait.
back on some
Nah,
things.
this is bait. I'm not going for it. That's
So
bait.
you
No.
might be
No.
excited or
That's
you
bait.
know.
Nah, I'm not
Yeah.
falling for it. I'm not
I
falling
just
for it. I'm not falling for it.
you should be able to properly and collectively
I'm not
express your.
I'm not falling for it.
This has got to be a
That's
troll.
fine.
This is if this is
It's
a troll,
bait.
this is a 10 out of 10 troll.
It's bait.
Yeah.
It's bait.
Yeah.
I'm not falling for it.
So I enjoyed talking with you guys today. You know, hopefully somebody got something out of it. But
No
y'all
one
have a
got
nice
anything
day.
out of it. You appreciate it.
Okay, well
God bless.
that's too bad. God bless you.
Yeah, God bless. All right, chat. Was that a troll or you think he was real? You think that's a real human being?
If that wasn't real, he might be exempt. Like,
all right.
If that was real, he definitely might be exempt. I think he might be falling into one of those categories.
Robin, hello. How are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
I am 37.
All right. Christianity over everything. Prove us wrong. Win a taco.
Okay, I don't have that long, but I do think that secular humanism within a liberal pluralist framework is better than Christianity.
Why?
I have 5 criterions. The first is universality. The second is corrigibility, equal standing, outcome orientation, and it has a lower coercion risk.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with the truth value of something.
Yeah. And also, okay, let me just grant all those things. Why is that better?
Yeah. Well, one, secular humanism, I mean, it grounds your duties in reasons. And
What's a moral duty in secular humanism?
A moral duty would be anything that you are compelled to do.
No, like a specific duty. What is a specific duty that you are compelled to uphold if you're a secular humanist?
A specific duty would be being a good human amongst
That's not a
humans.
specific duty. That's an umbrella term. What is a very specific duty? For example, in Christianity, I have a specific duty to be a provider for my home as a man. What's a specific duty in secular humanism?
Would be a provider for your community.
So you have to be a provider for your community, be a secular humanist?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, can you show me that in the manifesto?
What manifesto?
The Secular Human Manifesto.
Okay. Does secular humanism have to have a manifesto?
There's a secular human in manifesto. Unless you're just saying this is my own version of the world, then you're not holding to secular humanism. You're just holding to your own perspective.
And what is the issue with that?
Well, then you're not presenting secular humanism. You're just presenting your worldview.
Secular humanism is not only something as described in a manifesto, it is also an approach to the world.
Can you show me that in the manifesto?
I'm not referring to the manifesto.
Okay, so then you're not referring to secular humanism. You're referring to your own idea.
Okay, so then let's call it something else. Let's call it a neutral evidence response ethic.
A neutral evidence response ethic. What does that mean?
Yeah. It would just be something. Yes, a neutral. It would be a law for governing a diverse group of people that is neutral, based in evidence, and it would be better than a sectarian creed because
neutral,
it includes
based in evidence.
It includes everyone, and it can correct itself.
Okay, how do you get true neutrality? So, for example, you want like an encapsulating idea of like everybody can just be themselves and it's neutral, but Muslims think that you should marry children. So, you okay with that?
Yeah. No.
Well, that's not a neutral stance, is it?
It's not neutral.
Yeah.
I
mean, it is okay with refuting claims within religions,
but that's not neutral.
Those claims. Neutral doesn't have to mean that it comes from a place of a lack of position.
Yes, it does.
It's
neutral. It doesn't have a side. That's the point.
Neutral only speaks to the way that it doesn't it doesn't rely on a religion.
The definition of neutral is not helping or supporting either side in a conflict, disagreement, or being impartial.
That's why when you say neutral evidence, that's like a contradiction. So
Yeah.
that's why I was waiting for you to like explain what that meant.
The evidence isn't neutral. The position is neutral.
There's a comma. It's not neutral evidence. Neutral, comma, evidence. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I waited.
Yeah. So I mean, what we say when we're saying neutral, it means that we don't care about
who is we
or the position. Yeah. Sorry. I'll take that back. We don't care about the position itself. Like the position itself doesn't care about religious positions.
The Islamic position is that you're allowed to marry children. You disagree with that. So you disagree with their position. So you're taking a stance. So therefore you're not neutral.
Yeah, and the stance would be based on the stance would be based on the reason why it's neutral is because the stance doesn't rely on any religion to determine that is not okay.
That's not what neutrality is. If you're just saying neutrality is absence of religion,
okay.
Like,
so fine, we'll throw out. We'll throw out the word neutral.
Okay, so we threw out secular humanism. We threw out the word neutral. So now what do we got?
I'm still relying on secular humanism.
But
I'm
you're
just
not
saying that I don't need the manifesto or to rely on the manifesto to know, almost like intuitively.
So
that,
basically, what you're saying is that we should all live by what's your name?
My name is Robin.
We should all live off of Robin's intuitions.
Absolutely not. My what I'm saying.
So then, what are you basing it off of?
I'm saying that we should live. What am I basing it off of? I mean, I'm basing it off of humanism. I'm basing it off.
Where are you getting humanism from? Where's the standard coming from?
World. Well,
where are you reading it?
It comes from a lot of different people. There have been a lot of different philosophers who have commented on being human. What do you mean, like what?
Because it sounds like you're just everything that you're basing this off of is just like, I think the better worldview over Christianity is Robin's intuition. You haven't provided me any source or any reason to hold to any standard.
I'm not talking about feelings, and I'm not talking about myself.
Intuition's not a feeling.
Let's talk about exactly. That's what I just said.
Right, but that's not what I accused you of. So why are you rebuking that?
What am I?
What?
You just said.
I said we're basing this off of Robin's intuitions. That's not your feelings.
What is Robin?
You?
Right. And what am I?
A person?
Exactly. So what I am saying.
What?
Yeah. What I am saying is you just said.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so what would be really cool? What would be really cool is to have a conversation without, where you're coming from a place of wanting to understand me.
I am. That's why I'm asking you to clarify your points.
Right, but the giggles and the bruhs are not conducive to, are not conducive to like having a real, genuine,
listen,
in which we try to understand each other.
If it's too sensitive for you, it's going to hurt your feelings. This is not the place for you.
My feelings are not hurt.
Okay, then just make your argument.
To have a conversation. So answer my question. What am I? You said I am not intuitions and I'm not feelings. So what?
I didn't say that. I said you're a person, but I'm saying we're basing it off your intuitions. A person possesses intuitions. I didn't say you are intuitions.
Okay, so what else am I?
You're a person.
What does that include?
You're an individual member of a rational kind.
Okay. And I have intuition, right?
Yes, you possess intuition.
And I have feelings.
Yes, we know that because I hit the bra thing and you got upset.
I'm not upset. But what else makes me a human?
Sound a little upset.
What makes you? I didn't claim humanity, but what makes you a human would be your genetic makeup.
Okay. What else makes me Robin?
What makes you Robin?
Robin.
What makes you Robin? It's your identity. It's your identity markers. If you're asking me to encapsulate the totality of the law of identity, then if I did that, I would get a Nobel Peace Prize.
Right. That's a good point. Okay. So what makes my position different from yours in my ability to assess what's better than Christianity?
What makes you? I don't know what your position is, so how could I answer that question?
What makes any person's position different from yours in my ability to assess whether Christianity is better than everything?
Well, we have. Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, it's not based off of like the true God that designed everything. So if God designed everything in a perfect manner, and He gives us the way in order to perfectly use this nature, then that would be the correct way that all humans should be. And if you're just saying,
well, I'm not going to go down a path of actually even talking about religion at all, because I'd rather talk about the flying spaghetti monster. But
why are you up here? What does it say? It says Christianity over everything. Why are you coming up here if you don't want to talk about religion?
To talk about everything else.
So basically here's what you want to do then. I don't want you to make an argument. You're basically coming up saying, do not make an argument from your worldview. Just hear my worldview and understand it's correct.
Well, you have to understand. I mean, like, from where I'm at, it's just about as useful to talk about like a giant teapot behind the moon or the flying spaghetti monster as talking about Christianity.
I mean, that's just because you don't know any better.
Yeah, I can say the same thing. I can say the same thing about secular humanism. It's just as useful for me to talk about secular humanism as it is to talk about the spaghetti monster.
So do it. Tell me why secular humanism is worse.
Okay, give me any reason why there are any oughts or ought nots in secular humanism and why we should hold to it.
Because we intuitively know that even just using that one example that you brought up, that it is not okay to marry.
Why is it not okay?
Muslim to marry. Well, I mean, we can use any guiding principle to know it's not okay. One,
why?
We know that humans don't fully develop until they're actually 25.
That's just a descriptive marker. That's not a reason why it's wrong. Why is it wrong?
Yes, it is. Well, I'm getting there. If you are not able to reason fully until you're
that's another
25,
descriptive marker. You're just describing what a child is.
People in 30, like 30 some years old, I can't reason fully. Clearly,
I'm getting there.
But give the hold on. Don't give the descriptive markers of what a child is. We know what a child is. Tell us why it's wrong for them to marry one.
Well, I'm getting there. If marriage is, a commitment that you make, it's the same reason you can't sign a contract until you're 18.
Why?
You can't sign a contract until you're 18.
You can sign a contract before you're 18. What are you talking about?
But hold on. Let's just grant that the argument you can't do it. That's just an arbitrary rule we made up. Why do we have a moral obligation to hold to it?
Because if you are incapable of reasoning and committing to something as a reasonable human who has been able to consider all of the factors,
just more descriptions, not an argument.
It would not be okay to go into a marriage contract.
Right. So hold on. I'm going to pause you because you're making a circular argument. You're saying it's wrong to marry a child. And the way that you're doing that is by adding more descriptions of what a child is and then saying it's wrong to marry a child. What's the argument?
A child is incapable of
You're just describing what a child is. Why is it wrong?
Science tells us that
science tells us about marriage.
Science tells us that a human is not fully developed in their
you're still just describing what a child is.
If somebody is not fully capable of...
Do you know what a description is?
Okay, well, actually, yes, I do know what a description is.
Okay, all you've done so far is just describe child and say wrong. So why is it wrong?
Because the child is not capable of making decisions for itself.
That's what children are. A child is somebody who's not capable of making decisions for themselves. That's another descriptive marker. Why is it wrong to marry somebody who can't make decisions for themselves?
Because you're entering, and I've said this before, because it's wrong to enter into a contract with somebody who is incapable.
Why is it wrong?
Bro, and how does science even prove that's wrong to enter into a contract?
Like, you're just saying it's wrong because it's wrong. That's what I'm saying. You have no basis. Like, your viewpoints of what morality is just as made up as fairy tales. You're just saying it's wrong because it's wrong.
No, it's the same reason why, it's wrong to introduce power dynamics.
Why is it wrong to introduce power dynamics?
Because there are real substantive reasons why somebody
Can you give me one?
More powerful. life experience.
Yes, yes, I agree there are power dynamics. Why is it wrong to introduce power dynamics? All you're doing is describing things and saying they're wrong. Hey, there's a tree over there. The tree has green leaves and bark and it grows out of the ground, so therefore it's wrong to have a tree over there.
I think you're being a little disingenuous because that argument, that what you've just said, is completely different from what I'm saying.
What's the
You
symmetry
know
breaker?
It's the same argument you're
You
using.
know that.
Like, what the
What's the symmetry breaker?
What's the symmetry breaker?
Is it wrong to marry a child?
Yes, why is it wrong to marry a child?
No, you answer the question. Is it wrong to marry a child? Yes,
I think it's wrong to marry a child because it's wrong to cause harm to an image bearer of God because that is the standard he has set amongst the world.
Right. And I think it's wrong because a child is not the same as a fully developed human
that's another descriptive marker. Oh my God, that's description. Give me an actual argument. I'm going to grant all your descriptions. Here, watch this. A child is somebody who is in a power dynamic against a human or against an adult. They're incapable of making proper decisions for themselves. They will be harmed if they enter into marriage. All these things are true. Why is it wrong to marry them?
I mean, if you're incapable of answering that question yourself,
so your intuition,
all of the descriptions that I've just made, then ultimately I think it's wrong, and I think I've said this, but if I haven't, you'll have to excuse me. What makes it wrong,
though? Like, you're
it's
just
wrong
saying, like,
because the child is vulnerable. Given
yes, that's just another descriptive nature. You're just describing things. You know what else is vulnerable? Fish, but I can kill fish.
Oh, wait, hold on. How about this? Like, you're a woman, you have hair, and we're talking to you, so therefore it's wrong.
I think you guys might like are you actually trying to argue for a position different from that it's wrong to marry a child? like
no, they're saying that we have a standard for why it's wrong. You don't.
Can you explain why it's wrong though? What I said?
I mean, that's that's what you're saying. Like, so is it bad for is it bad for a child to be, I mean,
hold on one second.
Yeah.
Caller has confused me. I no longer understand the difference between right and wrong. I've decided to sleep with my grandmother.
That's tough.
Actually, yeah. Why is it wrong for Stryker to sleep with his grandma?
Well, I mean, that would go, I mean, then you're going into things like incest.
That's just a description. Can you do anything besides describe things? Yes, it is incest. Why is incest wrong if it's specifically with your grandmother?
I mean, there's a bunch of different reasons why incest is wrong.
He's using a condom.
First and foremost, okay. So if he's using a condom,
it's a grandmother. They can't get pregnant.
You don't know that.
Yeah,
we're gonna say she's past that point. She can't get pregnant. So
there's some grandmothers who can get pregnant, but
this one can't.
No, I think.
Actually, okay. You know what? Fine. I'll switch it up. 2 twin brothers.
2 twin brothers.
Yeah.
Okay. I think the main, like, personally, and this is just a personal reason. The main reason why you wouldn't want 2 twin brothers to sleep together would be like the harm that would bring.
What harm?
To either respective party when it comes to
what harm?
Their emotional state.
What harm?
They're having a great time.
If they're having a great time.
Yeah.
I think there's also power dynamics within families.
They're twins. How's there a power dynamic?
That could make it wrong, I think.
What is the power dynamic between twins?
I think it could potentially impede them from living, a life.
Oh my God. You're incapable of answering a direct question. It's impossible.
Well, you keep.
I mean, what if they're fulfilled though? Like, how do you know that? Like, what the?
Well, then I actually maybe there could be a situation in which like being with your twin brother is not something that I would really care that much about, honestly. But I could see some.
Like I said, your worldview has no basis for any moral oughts or ought nots. So therefore, we're just talking about fairy tales. That's why I have a reason to disregard it.
Okay, so what's your counter argument to that? I mean, we've totally pivoted based on somebody's random comment. But yeah, I mean, it is a pivot. We were trying to explore the reason.
Hold on, Abby, did I disconnect?
No, I can still hear you.
Said I reconnected for some reason. Okay, yeah. So there's no pivot because you came up to say that your secular humanist viewpoint is greater than Christianity. And then when we tried to argue about Christianity, you're like, I don't want to hear about it because it's just all make-believe. We should talk about the spaghetti monster. In which I responded with, your secular humanist viewpoint is just make-believe too.
No, it's not though, because
it literally is.
Two is crazy.
It's based on being human and being in a human body and experiencing the world as a human.
Wow. That's
just more descriptions. There's no you've given zero prescriptions in any of your arguments.
It's based off of being a human. So being a human, everyone has religions, most of them. So I guess we should have religions, correct?
Yeah, and that would be okay within secular humanism.
Oh, and then if most people are Christian, then we should be Christian. That's the human experience. So we should all be Christian.
Well,
so you should be
even if just one person isn't Christian, then we would have to rely on something else. And so the claim that
why? Hold on, make that argument. Why, if one person is not Christian, we have to rely on something else?
Because then it's not.
Stop giving me descriptions.
Hold on, John. If just one person is mentally slow and incapable, then we should stop using our minds. We have to use something else.
If just one person can't figure out 2 + 2 is 4, we need to accept 2 + 2 is 5.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we want a doctrine that serves
a doctrine
people. Yeah, we want
trying to indoctrinate
people, but we want an overall
how dare you
governing principle that serves people,
like a God?
Right?
Oh.
No.
Wait, like God?
Like a religion?
No,
we could
like
use
God.
religion that helps people?
Because Christianity is a governing principle that serves humanity.
Okay. Has it served humanity?
I don't know. You ever been to a hospital?
Have I been to a hospital?
Uh-huh.
When I was born, but I mean,
so you never needed a hospital?
No, I've been lucky enough not to need one, but
your entire life you've never seen a doctor.
Yeah, I've seen a doctor, but tell me how.
Oh, dang! Oh, crazy. How about, have you ever been to like any sort of like public education?
Are you going to try and tie that back to Christianity?
Yes.
Do you appreciate the abolition of the slave trade?
You are Canadian, right?
Yes.
So am I. So are you actually going to tell me that schools, the same schools that when governed
why
by
do you think that there are so many universities and hospitals named after saints?
I mean because
have you read the atheist historian Tom Holland? Obviously not Spider-Man.
No, I have not.
Yeah, so he makes the case that pretty much the vast majority of the things that we hold to nowadays are because of Christian ideals that have been put into the system. Did you know the only real reason that we really know how to read and write nowadays is because Christians wanted people to be able to read the gospel, so they pretty much forced reading and writing onto their cultures?
Yeah, that's I mean, that's all. That is all great, but I would say that like the negative fruits outweigh the positive.
What negative fruits?
What are the negative fruits?
What are they?
I mean, just the fact, like I first of all, I could counter your, like, we name things after idols of our times, right? And so that's why
the Christians started these things. Christians started hospitals. Christians started schooling systems.
Yeah,
and then you guys appropriated it and said, "Nah, it's mine." And you're like, now we have nothing. Now we don't thank Christians for anything. Like you just said, what do we have? Like your argument is we have nothing to thank Christians for, as you live off the backbone of the system Christians created.
So, like modern rights, modern institutions, they come from multiple streams. Like there's Greco-Roman law, there's early modern social contract.
Greco-Roman law was built off of pride theory. What are you talking about?
there's like just global anti-colonial thought. So, like, Christian
Well,
ideas
you're saying that. Hold on. Hold on. Just pause.
There's so many critiques of Christian establishment.
What in society? Hold on. What in society? Hold on. What in society for Roman law do we hold to? Because Roman law was a pride society. It was about who is more powerful than the other person and can brag about it.
Yeah. So what do we still? I mean, libraries.
Roman society used to like leave kids like in the forest if they didn't want.
Yes, and we've evolved. I mean, Christians killed other people who weren't Christian. We've evolved. So I'm just pointing to other things.
Who do Christians kill that weren't Christian?
Christians killed other people who weren't Christian.
Who?
Why is unaliving them wrong? Why is unaliving somebody
who did they kill?
Who did they unalive?
I mean, they've unalived several different.
Name one. Name somebody.
Hold on.
Prophet Google, peace be upon him.
Not Google.
DuckDuckGo then.
Pick your search engine.
Yeah. Like, are you actually going to tell me that Christians haven't killed people in the name of Christianity?
I'm sure there are some Christians who have done it, just like there are some atheists that have done it, just like there are some Buddhists that have done it. But you're making the argument that it's a total problem. It's a totality issue. So show me the totality issue.
Okay. So the word that I was looking for is the Crusades.
Oh, the Crusades. You mean, hold on, the Crusades where the Muslims were suppressing the Christians to the point of almost servitude and slavery, and they stepped up to revolt against that? Those Crusades?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So those work. That's a time when war happened because of a religion.
But who was the problem there?
It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter who was the problem.
You're saying that Christians were the problem. So, do you got any other examples?
Well,
you know what? I'm just going to grant your argument. The Christians looked at the Muslims and said that they were all goofy looking, and then went and slaughtered all of them. Why is it wrong?
That's crazy.
Yeah, but the thing is that from my position, and I've said this from the beginning,
Nobody knows what your position is.
Which religion we're talking about. I don't care if we're talking about Christianity or we're talking about like any religion.
What about the secularist human religion?
My position. Well, I'm almost confident that if we look at people who have killed in the name of secular humanism,
why is unaliving people wrong? You're still a religion.
Sorry. How did those two claims connect?
Because you're saying I don't want to talk about any religions; they're all problematic. Secular humanism is a religion. It's all just made up shit that you guys agree on.
Well, it's not made up shit.
Yes, it is. Why is it wrong to unalive people?
Because you have a unique.
You're just giving me more descriptions.
Well, you need to.
Hey, Jordan, it's wrong to wreck your couch because your couch has fabric and it has cushioning and it has legs. So it's wrong to wreck your couch.
So you're telling me that you move about the world and make decisions solely based on your religion.
Yes.
So in the absence, if you did not have Christianity, if you could imagine a world in which you didn't have Christianity.
I was an atheist for 30 years. I don't have to imagine it. I was pretty nihilistic and I was pretty self-centered.
But did you kill anybody?
No.
Why not?
I don't have the balls.
You don't have to answer that, John. I'm just saying. Oh wait, you're in Canada. Oh, you're lost.
You didn't.
Objection.
I can't hear you when you're out of the app.
Sorry.
Hello?
I got a phone call.
Yep.
I got a phone call. Sorry. Yeah. So you didn't have the balls to kill somebody.
You got to say unalive, by the way.
Oh, sorry. You didn't have the balls to unalive somebody.
Yeah, I didn't want to go to jail.
But you would have if you You would have unalived somebody if you
Yeah, I can
could
actually
think of a
I can
situation
actually think of a certain scenario where I would have unalived the person if I didn't have the consequence.
Okay. I don't think that there are a large population of people who would feel
That's
the
just
same
an
way.
ad
I think
populum
you
fallacy.
right. I mean, but that's what we have to look at, right? We have to look at the way that and I'm going to say the word that you don't like again, but we have to look at the way humans move in society to
Okay,
determine.
so then what was it, like 200 years ago when people were saying Jordan was only worth 3/3 of a person? That was a majority viewpoint, so that would have been the right.
Crazy.
3/4 of a person, or 1/3 or whatever it was.
I'm glad they were saying it. But hey,
so back when they're saying people like Jordan was only worth 1/3 of a person because the majority were saying it, that was a good thing.
Well, no,
3/5,
because and that's
thank you.
And that's an argument actually probably in favor of having a secular society, right? Because we're able to.
You just said popular vote 2 seconds ago.
Well, as we live currently, yeah.
So popular vote to today's standards.
but back then it wasn't cool.
But back then, like so like now we're getting an issue of time because like back then, did they know it was back then or did they think it was today?
No, they knew it was back then, and they knew.
Are you kidding me?
Wait, people in the past knew they were in the past?
No, they knew that they were in their present.
Right. So to the present
Well,
time, to their vote, it would have been good.
But we can use the popular vote for today, correct?
Can we use the pot? Well, I think so. I think that's
All right, cool.
That's
so most people are
kind
Christians,
of-
so I like that.
Popular vote wins. Christianity is true.
Are most people Christian?
Yes.
All right.
Why was it acceptable? Why is it acceptable for popular vote now and not back then? Just because you feel like
Well,
it?
it was acceptable back then, and they.
But you said they were wrong.
Made moves. Well, we know they're wrong now, but
Based
we
off
can all
what?
agree that we know they were wrong now.
Your standard is popular vote. So the popular vote then was that it wasn't wrong.
Wait, so morality just shifts. So like they're wrong now because our popular vote says they're wrong now? So if like the popular vote, the popular vote all of a sudden decides 2 + 2 = 5, it equals 5?
No, because there are things outside there are things that inform us or inform the popular
Okay,
vote.
you know what? Fair enough.
Outside.
Fair enough. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get as many people as, and I'm very charismatic, and I think I can get a lot of people to get on board with this, that we should take all women and put them into breeding farms and just make them baby making factories, and that's only their thing. And if I can get enough people to agree with me, that's a good
John,
thing.
Stop, John. Do I get to work at this factory?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I know. I do actually kind of think that is sort of what is happening now. Actually,
what's the rate though? Like, I mean, like maybe like $350 an hour.
If we look at the way.
Wait, but hold on. Am I wrong to do that? If I get enough people to get on my side and vote with me, and we make you all just baby making machines, we literally just chain you up to the wall, impregnate you, push out babies, and just do that.
Yeah, I mean, I do actually think that is sort of what is happening.
That's
now.
not my question. Is it right or wrong?
That would be wrong. But
why would it be wrong if I get enough people to agree with me?
Yeah, well, we'll see if that wins.
That's not my question.
Oh my word,
my question is, if I get enough people to agree with me, would it be wrong?
Yeah, and it would be wrong, and it would
based off what?
That's just how people move.
Yeah, it is. It is just how people move, and the fact that we could look to several different ways.
Why is it wrong if we got the popular vote?
Well, we could start moving deviously and just say that's just how we move.
Yeah.
Can you answer the question? Why is it wrong if we got the popular vote?
And don't different people move differently?
Different people do move differently, and that is why.
Why is it wrong if we got the popular vote?
So the Muslims can move how they want to move then.
Yeah, that is my whole point. That's my whole point. Anyway, I think if we're at a point now where I'm having to describe.
No. I just need you to tell me why it's wrong if we got the popular vote. I need this so much. Like, this will fulfill my life.
It will fulfill your life for
Yes.
me to tell you why it's wrong to chain up women.
Why you
And
no, stop.
well,
Stop.
that's what the question he asked me
but
about.
you're just dancing around the actual point. The point is why
is disingenuous.
No,
The
it's
point
not.
is
Okay, so our example is slavery, right? So next year, everyone decides, you know what, slavery is great. Why is that wrong?
All the white people going into slavery.
Because it's not wrong to take a position that all humans are equal just in their humanity.
Oh my God, your freaking argument is popular vote wins. If we get the popular vote, why is it wrong?
Because sometimes it is the case that people are incapable of actually being right. So I
And who's going to decide that? You?
I think you might be incapable. Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess
I
mean, it's come now to a point where I'm having to argue why it would be wrong.
No, you're not.
For-
It's
so,
a
like, that's
hypothetical.
just-
You're just scared of answering a freaking question. Because you know you're caught. You know you got nothing. You have no reason for anything that you believe in.
Let's go, baby.
And so you're
Do I
trying to make a
reason though?
Yes, you do. You do need a reason to believe the things that you believe.
Why?
Oh my gosh.
So wait, your argument is you don't need a reason to believe
You
the
are the
things you
silliest
believe.
goose you ever silliest goose.
I might actually take that position that I don't need that much of a reason
So then-
outside of being a
That's
human.
weak.
Then secular
in a human
humanism is
body.
not better than Christianity.
Well, I actually changed my mind from secular humanism to remember
To
Don't
her
you remember?
feelings.
Yeah, to
feelings.
Robin's feelings. Got it.
No, it wasn't Robin's feelings. I'll go
It was
back
Robin's
to what I wrote
popular
down.
vote.
Robin's
Unless Robin thinks
Robin's
it's
intuition.
It was. I'll go back. Hold on, let me find
No,
it.
can we move on?
I don't know. Have she been voted off?
Oh, we'll do another one. Oh. Please.
You guys can vote me out.
Please, people.
Oh, I can't.
But
It's up to
I
the
will
chat.
say-
Hi,
I
Bert.
will say, Jordan, is your name Jordan? Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is wrong. Just so you know, for somebody under the age of 18 to enter into a contract. Not only
in
wrong,
America.
it's illegal.
Hold on. I
In
got
America
hold
as
on.
well.
I got an
Not
actual
illegal in
lawyer friend.
America.
Hold on. I got an actual lawyer friend. Lawyer friend.
Yeah, ask him.
Lawyer
Wait,
friend.
ask your lawyer friend.
Lawyer friend. Is it wrong? Pocket lawyer. Is it wrong for?
It's
Hold
not
on. Let me
wrong, it's
ask the damn
illegal.
question.
Go
Lawyer.
ahead, Striker, answer the question.
Striker. Is it wrong for somebody under the age of 18 to enter into a contract? Is it against the law in the United States?
Yes.
He says it's not wrong, but the contract can be invalidated if they're under 18. But people under 18 can enter into contracts.
Right, which will end up being an invalid contract.
No, it's not.
He said it
How do you
can
think,
be.
How do you think? Hold on. How do you think kids work for Nickelodeon and Disney? They have to sign.
I
the
mean,
contract.
oftentimes they'll have to have their parents sign the contract as well.
as
But
well.
if safe,
As well, because their
Let's say, for
parents have
example-
to take responsibility.
yeah, exactly.
Jordan's actually studying to be a lawyer right now too, as well.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to say what I do.
Why I
But
said
What,
I
what do
hope
you do?
you guys-
what do you do? Make up nonsense?
I hope
You write
you guys
fiction?
have a great day.
Do you write fiction?
Do I write fiction? No, I don't.
You don't write fiction novels? You should do it. You'd be good
I
at
don't
it.
think I do that. No, I wouldn't. I don't
You're
think
really
I'd be
good at making
it.
things up.
all the time.
I don't think I'd be good at all.
Based on your feelings.
But I do like watching you. And I do think you are a very learned person. And I have no judgments about that. But I just, I do think that we would be better off as a society if there was the hypothetical situation in which we had never developed any religion. So that's where I will leave you. And I hope you guys have a good day.
All right. God bless. Or sorry, secular human and bless.
Thank you.
Mate. Jordan, can somebody call the cops on Jordan for what he did to his couch.
It was wrong. It's inherently wrong for me to.
It's wrong to hurt your
people's
couch
elbow.
because your couch has fabric and stuffing. Pocket Lawyer is always restricted to the chat, never to co-host. Do you want to co-host? Pick a day, and we'll get you up as a co-host, and we'll pick a topic that you want to do. We'll do like Charlie Kirk. If you want to do that, just send me a message. I need a breather after that one. I need a second. Need a second. All right. Let's bring up the next guest. Hello. How are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
I'm 30.
Carry the 1 minus 2. Okay. All right, man. Christianity over everything. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
I'm actually not proving you wrong. I'm actually agreeing with everything you said, and it's funny because I'm an American.
Fantastic. Appreciate you.
Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
America.
David, hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
I'm doing good. I'm 24.
All right, man. Christianity over everything. Prove us wrong. Win a taco. Go ahead.
Okay. So first of all, I'm just going to say I believe in subjective morality. I don't really want to argue that point right now, though.
Okay.
But I do have a question for you. If God was exactly what you think he is, but evil in such the way...
Yes, if God told me to kill my wife, I would kill her. Is that the question you're going to ask?
No.
Dang, that was just on his mind, Abby. Watch out. Watch out. Oh, my goodness.
So quick.
Oh, he's like, yes, I would.
This is just a question about...
if God was evil, I would follow and worship him, yes.
No.
What's your question?
Let me make my point, please.
All right.
Okay.
So
if God is evil,
this is crazy.
He presents everything as being good,
yeah,
and you think that everything is good,
yeah,
and then you reach the point where you die. You're supposed to go to heaven, but God, being evil, punishes only those who are good and rewards those who are evil.
Okay.
Would you be able to know that?
Would I be able to know that? No.
I mean, besides the logical contradiction?
I mean, there's that, but like, no, I can't outsmart God, if that's the question you're asking.
It's just a logical contradiction. That's just like the evil.
Why is it logically contradictory?
Because evil is something that doesn't have like existence or substance. Because like goodness by definition is like, something that either you can say like it serves its purpose or that there's like a type of existence, right? So if God is the ultimate existence, he is the ultimate form of goodness. Like the ultimate form of evil would be like kind of like non-existence. Like that doesn't make sense. It's not even a form of something. So God can't actually
in that
be evil.
sense, it would just be evil according to how we understand God today.
What do you mean evil according to how we understand?
God says that God is good and gives all of these.
Yeah, but evil's
properties.
just okay. So evil's a privation of goodness. So you would have to assume that God that gave us something that was a lie is like a privation of goodness, and he's not the truth. Like there's arguments as to why he would have to be the truth, because truth is something that's going to be the fact of like the matter or the actual way that something exists. So by definition, that God would have to be truth if he's the ultimate form of existence as well.
I'm okay not arguing that
So he
point
doesn't
any
lie.
further. Like I don't really care to die on this hill. If you claim that if God is evil and then that is good, then sure.
No, it's just it's impossible for God to be evil, logically speaking. Like it's an incoherent statement.
As far as I understood your claim, it was that. Anyways, I really don't want to go down that
Okay,
path.
so what path do you want to go down?
I'll just bring up a different point, and that it's historically Christianity and other religions use people and they control people to get them to do as they want.
And what is it that they want?
Whatever they want. Either it's like money or just power and control over other people.
Okay.
And when does Jesus tell us to do that?
No, it's not Jesus. It's not God himself or anything like
So
that.
if it's not Jesus, then you're not following after like.
So it's not Christianity. It's people. Yeah. It's people LARPing.
Sure, but Christianity has been used for all sorts of evil things.
Okay, hammers have been used to smash in skulls.
Sure. It doesn't necessarily mean it's wrong, right?
Are hammers evil?
But I'm just saying. No, hold on. I'm just saying that Christianity, because it has been used for all sorts of evil, discredits the goodness of it.
So hammers have been used for evil. Does it discredit the goodness of building a house?
I guess.
No, but if someone, if let's say that,
hold on, has brains been used for
hammers
evil?
And they go commit
That's a
crimes
good one. Hold on, have brains been used for evil?
Yeah.
Throw them out.
Just throw them away. Smash them all.
No more brains.
I mean, I never advocated for Christianity to be gone entirely.
What about brains?
Never. I'm talking about brains in general. You're saying
why
if
would
it's
I
used for evil, then it's like.
That as well?
But brains were used for evil, so therefore it nullifies brains.
I didn't say it nullifies
the truth of brains.
It says it discredits part of it. I'm just saying
it discredits brains.
That's not what I'm saying.
Guys, you can't trust your brain because brains have done evil.
That's not what I'm saying.
And what are you saying?
I'm saying that Christianity has done harm.
Yes.
Okay, what do you mean by, brother? You got to specify what you mean when you say Christianity. Because in no way is Christianity harmful, unless you're talking about harmful to the devil, which still wouldn't even be harmful in terms of what harm is.
Church leaders of Christians, popes, prophets, whatever you want to call them, they lead people using Christianity to further their own
You mean
goals.
abusing Christianity, like not actual like Christianity, because by definition,
sure, if you want to call it
then that's not Christianity.
But they also use their brains. So do you hold their brains equally culpable to Christianity?
I mean, I would say that the person is wrong as well.
Not the person, brains in itself. That person used Christianity. That person also used a brain.
So
are they both equally culpable?
I can you define culpable? I don't know what that word means.
So you're saying Christianity has a certain like responsibility for these evils that have happened because people have used it. So are you saying brains have the same sort of responsibility because people have used it for evil?
Sure. I would call the brain and the person pretty much one and the same. Like your brain is.
I'm talking about a tool that's being used.
I mean, sure, I guess.
Okay, so you're going to say, as much as you want to discredit Christianity, we should also discredit people's brains.
Well, you're claiming that Christianity is above all things.
Yes.
I'm saying that Christianity has harm with it. I'm not claiming brains are above all things.
Bro, even if we go by what you said that wasn't Christianity. So you're not actually saying that Christianity has caused harm.
That's fair. That's a fair argument.
You saw that Rubik's Cube yet?
Bro, I've solved it like 40 times since this. Like, there's nothing been going on that's been pressing.
I guess my next point would then just be why is Christianity even true? Because it's like I don't believe in Christianity at all. I don't believe in a God at all. So if it's not even real, why would it be greater than anything else?
I mean, you want arguments for the existence of God, or like which way you want to?
Sure.
All right. Have you heard the argument for motion?
Emotion?
No, motion.
Motion. No, go ahead.
All right, cool. So, do you agree that change exists?
Change? Yeah.
All right, cool. Do you know what I mean when I say change?
The transition from one state to another state?
Yeah, so motion would just be something goes from potential to actual. So actual, like if something changes, that potential was actualized.
I don't know if I would define motion like that, but go ahead.
Like I'm not talking about physical motion. That's the key, because people think
Okay.
that I'm talking about like Isaac Newton type of motion.
Okay.
All right, cool. So when something goes from potential to actual, it's like a cup of water has the potential to be a hot cup of water. It actually becomes a hot cup of water when it changes, right?
Sure. I would say that's a very broad definition, so I'd be careful with what you are going there.
I mean, we want it to be broad because that's what change is. So would you agree that potential cannot actualize itself? For instance, if it's potentially hot, it's not going to actually be hot. It can't be both at the same time, because if it was actually hot, it'd be actual, not potential.
Sure.
Okay. Therefore, everything that undergoes change is actualized by something else. All right.
Sure.
Okay. So that leads to a chain of actualizers that all depend on something else to cause a change, correct?
Are you just going for the uncaused first cause argument?
Is that motion? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can pretty much say that's false with all things in the universe are within the universe, and so when we observe things in the universe, they operate by those laws. Hold on, what point am I trying to make? I got lost. Sorry, I'm nervous, so I'm forgetting what I'm trying to say. Give me a second to collect my thoughts. So you're claiming that God is the uncaused first cause, where
I didn't even get to that yet, but I mean, sure.
Okay,
I mean, that would
go ahead
be-
and finish your point.
So if everything is, if there's a chain of actualizers, right? An infinite chain of actualizers is impossible, because without the first actualizer in that series, there would be no actualization in the first place.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I could argue on that, where we don't necessarily know how the universe started.
That doesn't.
We can
have
only go
anything
back
to
so
do with
far.
anything at all. Does the universe change?
The things within the universe change. Does the universe itself change?
What is the
Up for
universe?
debate. That's up for debate.
Well, universe is just the totality of all things within it.
Sure.
So then it changes.
Yeah, I could agree to that.
So it needs something external to it to change it.
Does
it?
it?
Can't change itself.
Why not?
Because if it's potentially one way and then it goes to actually one way, we agreed that if it was actually a way, then it's not potentially that way.
So
if I potentially
let's say I'm a person. I have the cells in my body, and let's say I'm in an isolated environment. Nothing else is in there. Change would still happen in my body without any external change acted on me.
Yeah, because you're composed.
Right, exactly.
So those things would change.
Each one of the things inside your body has an external thing to it. So it's not external to your body, but inside your body, there's things. And eventually you got to get to a thing that's outside your body. So for example, you have to take in calories for those things to even move in your body. So there's an external thing operating in your body.
That I don't take any more calories then. I'm still...
Then you would end up dying.
Changing. Exactly. I'm still changing.
Yeah, because you're made out of different atoms. No, those are the external things. So this atom would change.
So the universe
this
is
one,
made
or
out
this
of
would
atoms
change that.
too. But it still
Hence,
changes.
It's changing.
Right.
So if it's changing, it needs something outside of it to change it.
So if we isolate it to just my body, things still change. If we isolate things to just the universe, things still change.
Right, but your body is composite. It's made of parts. Each one of those parts influences the other part.
Same with the universe.
It's changing.
But your body was set into motion by something external from your body to begin with. Like your body is not eternal. At some point, your body didn't exist. Your mommy and daddy did a thing, and there was something external from you that created you and started this chain of motion.
Sure.
Right. So then you have to ask the question, what did that with your parents? So on and so forth ad infinitum.
Okay. But if we apply this to the universe, we just don't have enough information to.
It has nothing to do with information. I don't have to know what the thing is in order to know if it changes, then something external to it changes.
I mean, at this point, I would just claim it's a God of the gaps argument.
Where that's the opposite. That's literally the opposite of a God of the gaps.
Well, hold on.
He hasn't even posited God.
We can't look at what started the universe.
So hold on, pause. Hold on, pause. I gotta pause you. I gotta pause you because you're doing a straw man. He hasn't posited God at this point, right? All he's doing is pointing to a necessary being. Being doesn't mean God. It just means something that is necessary that has existence. That's all he's getting to at this point. You're jumping steps because you're like, that can't be God, right? But the logical conclusion here is that you cannot have a totality of contingent things. You must have something that is necessary.
Okay, then I would agree that there is possibly something outside of the universe that started the universe. What is that thing?
So then we have to look at those. We have to look at the characteristics of what would
perhaps
that thing would entail.
Perhaps the universe is inevitable. Perhaps the universe always is existing as
it has
God
nothing to do with the universe at all. If there's something external to the universe, it's outside of space, time, and matter, and it's changeless. And because it's changeless, it has zero potential. Meaning that it's purely actual.
Ask what caused the uncaused first cause, and why can't the uncaused first cause be the universe?
It can't be caused. It's literally without potential. It can't have an actualization of potential. It doesn't have anything. It's the one that causes the sequence of things. God dang.
So what if we say the uncaused first cause is just a dot? A dot that
it can't be a dot.
Itself.
A dot is circumcised and it like circumscribed. If it changes itself, that's a contradiction.
Also, a dot would take up space, which means it'd be in time, which means it's subject to change.
Okay, I mean, let's just assume that we have something outside the universe, just for sake of argument. I'll grant that.
Outside the universe has to be purely actual. I.e., it has to be pure existence. I.e., it has to be pure being. Meaning that everything.
Hold on. You can't just go from pure existence to pure being.
Being is existence. Being isn't a human. People get that confused. Being is like my couch has being.
Okay. I mean, both definitions can be used interchangeably, so I just want to make sure
human
we're clear
being,
on that.
Right? It's human existence. It'd be couch being.
But there are also beings. Like
They're
that's
beings
also
because they have existence.
Okay, anyways.
And in order for them to have existence, they have to get it from that thing which is pure existence in and of itself.
Hold up, rewind. You went from it's a being, just something that exists, to what?
It's pure existence. It cannot change. It cannot be added to. Because if it can be added to, then it had the potential to be added to. And it's potentialist. It's pure act. So by definition...
So why can't something like the uncaused first cause be changed?
Because then there has to be something else that caused it to change.
Why can't it change itself?
Because
things
that's a
don't have to be
contradiction.
black and white of in a state of being...
Things are black and white. Like the world literally is black and white. People say that things that aren't black and white, it really is. Like look at me and Jordan, black and white. Like things are black and white. Either it's true or it's false, right? There is no in between.
But it doesn't have to be a full value of either being actualized or potential or whatever your argument is.
That's literally the law of like non-contradiction. Like,
and water cannot both be water and ice at the same time.
I can't potentially have something. Like I can't potentially be rich and then
Hold on.
make myself rich without getting some external thing to
You
me
can't
to
have
be
your
rich.
cake and eat it too.
Why can't this thing change itself?
Because in
Like
order
you
to
keep
change
saying that it
itself,
can't,
in order
but
to change
why not?
itself, in order to change itself, it has to give itself something that it doesn't have. Because if it had it, it wouldn't be in potential to have it. I can't potentially be rich, but be rich. It's a contradiction.
So, for example,
I'm either actually rich or potentially rich.
So using Jordan's example, right? For Jordan to require something in wealth, to have that change in himself, he has to get something outside of him. If he already had it, then there is no change necessary. So it's like you can't have your cake and eat it too. Either the cake is in front of you or you've eaten. You don't have both.
But let's say you had the property of being able to change anything. Why can it not change itself?
Because then it would say something outside of it
to be changed. That it's a logical contradiction to change itself. So that's not an actual thing. If it can change
why is it a
anything,
logical
it has to be
contradiction
something
to
that
change
could
itself,
logically
though?
exist.
You keep saying it has to pull from external sources, but why does it have to pull from external sources?
Because then it would have it inside it. It would already be a part of it. And then there's no potentiality there. It's just actualized.
Like,
but you're thinking in terms of the universe, but we're operating outside of the universe.
This is
you don't
logic.
know that.
This is pure logic. This is pure logic.
Do logical laws even exist outside of the universe? Do you know
Yes.
that? Can you say that definitively?
Yes.
If you
So it's just a thing that exists regardless.
So it's very, very intuitive, right? Just make an argument against logic. Go ahead.
Well, I'm in my own universe. I'm in the universe. If I was operating outside of the universe, then maybe I could.
We can conceive of things that are not in our universe all the time. Right? I can conceive of gravity that works by pushing things away rather than pulling it together.
I'm constrained by all of these laws. I can't describe something like that.
So what
so you would just be willing to just like say like, oh yeah, logic doesn't work anymore.
Outside of the universe, possibly.
Okay, so then what you're ultimately saying is that
hold on. Outside of the universe,
but if that's the case, if you want to bite that bullet, then you have to admit that there's zero reason to trust your rationality.
I mean, I might take that position. I don't really care for that.
So you cannot believe anything is true. You can't trust your rationality. You can't even say me and Jordan are wrong in our stance. Right? You have no basis or reason to say anything is a positive or a negative, a true or a false. You would have to say that us saying that things, that Christianity is greater than everything is just as arbitrary as you saying it's not.
And what subjects the laws of logic? Like,
so, I mean, the only thing that you can really definitively 100% prove is the "I think, therefore I am."
That's not true.
Right?
Watch. I think, therefore I am. Is that a statement?
Sure.
Okay, now you know statements are true. Is it true that I think, therefore I am?
I mean, the whole thing of "I think, therefore I am" is...
Just answer the question. Is it true that when I say I think, therefore I am, is that a true statement?
Yeah.
Okay, so
probably.
now we know that truth claims are true.
Yeah, probably. I don't know what the...
If
you want to reduce yourself to like
this is
not
what I was
knowing
going to get to.
like,
this is why I didn't want to answer it as a yes or no, because if I answered it as a yes,
you said
I don't know,
you said the only thing we can know.
Doesn't make sense.
You said the only thing we can know is that we exist. So if I say the only thing I know is I exist, therefore I know logic exists because I use logic to do that. I know truth claims exist because I'm claiming there's a truth claim. I know claims exist. I know coherency exists. I know rationality exists. There's a whole bunch of things that I have to hold on. There's a whole bunch of things I have to presuppose to even make that statement in the first place.
I mean, that works, but it works already on the assumption of "I think, therefore I am."
No.
Wait,
I think therefore
hold on. Do you think the laws of logic?
The only thing you can know that you experience is yourself.
I think therefore I am also encapsulates the three laws of logic. So therefore, the three laws of logic exist.
So do you think the three laws of do you think the laws of logic are like bound by space, time, and matter?
Sure.
So they're able to change?
Possibly. I mean,
then you can't even trust. You can't even trust that you know you exist.
Universe.
No, if you posit another
I mean,
universe,
that's
that's a
the thing.
logical possibility,
As
meaning the
I
laws of logic
operate
extend to that
in the
universe.
universe, I can say I think, therefore I am. That is the only truth that I know, and then I can
Brother, you're
operate
using the laws of
under that
logic. brother.
assumption.
Like, what are you talking about?
That's the law of identity. You just confirmed the law of identity. I think, therefore I am. There's no contradiction. You've confirmed the law of non-contradiction. I think, therefore I am. There's no excluded middle. You've confirmed the law of non-excluded middle. You've just used the 3 laws of logic to make that statement. You've confirmed laws of logic. You've also made a truth claim, so you've also confirmed there is truths.
Okay, sure. I don't really want to argue this point any further, so I will agree to it. I'm getting hung up on things that I don't really care about, so like, I will agree to it.
Okay, so then God, for our understanding of it, has to operate within the realms of logic. This necessary thing has to operate within the things of logic.
From our other argument, because we were talking
sorry,
about.
I corrected myself. This necessary being has to operate within the realms of logic.
Okay, sure.
Okay, continue, Jordan.
I mean, the necessary being is just what we call God. Like, are you scared of the name God? Like, God, oh no. Like,
so you just claim a force that started the universe is God.
Yes, that's what we call God.
That's
the force
all that
created
God
the
is.
universe. I mean,
If that's all that God
you
is,
can get
I am
entailments
fine
from
saying
that.
that a God exists.
No. You can get entailments from that. So if this thing is pure act, right, and everything that we have comes from that thing, if we have intelligence, that means it has intelligence at a higher level.
I mean, I would disagree with that.
Because it has no potentiality. You already agreed with that. If it didn't have intelligence, it would have potentiality for intelligence.
I mean,
you cannot have potential.
How would we even get intelligence? Because you have to get something. Like, that's the principle of like sufficient proportionate causality.
So you can have different attributes and traits rise up from simpler traits.
You can't. All right.
So you don't need to have a certain trait.
The principle of proportionate causality just states that, whatever's in the effect, it has to be in the cause in some way. Do you agree with that? If I paint a rainbow, it's because I had different colors, or I had like a paintbrush. Like, I can't just make a rainbow just pop out of nowhere with the color white.
Water becomes ice because of coldness or lack of heat. There's an effect.
There are properties that can rise up from things that don't have those properties, though.
Like what?
Hold on. Let me look it up, because I think it's like water molecules. They exhibit. I forget what it is. Let me see if I can find it.
So it gives something it doesn't have, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So something. So you're saying something came from nothing.
In terms of a property, sure.
So you're literally arguing that something can come from no thing.
No, it's not matter. It is a property that it possesses that it gets from the sum of the parts.
Then it's in there. The sum of the parts create the whole.
No. There are other properties that can rise up.
The sum of the parts create the whole.
What is a property?
Just an attribute.
What is an attribute?
Something that you can define on it. I mean,
so my door is a door. It's defined as something that prevents me from getting outside my room. Is that an attribute?
I mean, you could argue that.
Like, either way, the parts cause the whole because they have the ability to when they're put together. It still proves the point.
Wait, sorry, say that part again.
The parts cause the whole because the parts have the ability to do so.
So, for example,
no, the parts themselves.
So hold on. Let me give you an example here. Right. So there's a point where, like, in evolution, they'd argue that there are certain species that couldn't see, right? So as they evolve, they get the ability to see, but the only reason they get the ability to see is because of the sum of the parts that they received from before.
We could just use a puzzle. The reason there's a whole puzzle is because the parts are put together, correct?
Sure. But that's
Okay.
not what
individually, those parts are not the whole. We know this. But the parts of the puzzle, when put together, create the whole, correct?
This is the problem of the one and the many, right?
Not even. Like, this is just basic, like, what a whole is. Or what parts being put together is. Like, this is like, unless you think that puzzle can, like, just spawn out of nowhere.
Okay, I found it.
Nothing.
So it's called emergence of properties.
That doesn't matter. Even if it emerges, it's because of the properties, the things that are put together.
Hold on. So it's stuff like cohesion and adhesion. Like just things that don't.
Why does it happen
exist on a water model?
Hold on though. The problem is just in the definition, emergent properties are characteristics of complex systems that arise from interactions of simpler components.
Right.
Which means
it's put together.
Which means it's parts of the whole, which Jordan is arguing for.
That's why you don't even have to look up science, because this isn't like a scientific matter. It's just logical.
Here's what I'm arguing is that the property didn't exist on that thing before. But when you combine those two properties, you get another property. So hold on, let me finish my point, please.
Hold on, let him finish his point, Jordan.
Let me finish my point. Yeah. So if we can take those molecules and see that properties can emerge on a water molecule, you can.
How do they emerge?
Do the same thing with.
Oh, how does it emerge?
People.
Okay, so are you arguing?
Intelligence.
So hold on.
Sure.
Are you arguing that this necessary being has all the properties for intelligence, but it didn't actualize it?
No, that's not even what he's saying.
No, it doesn't need to have intelligence.
It popped out of nowhere. He's saying it popped out of nowhere, literally.
That's not what I'm saying.
He brought up a point that didn't even prove that.
I'm just arguing a counterpoint that
it's not a counterpoint. You brought up something that's literal composition. I can't have a Rubik's Cube unless I put all of these pieces together, correct? Individually, they're not a Rubik's Cube, right?
You're not hearing me.
Okay, so let me just ask you this question. Does this necessary being have all the simpler components within its nature to emerge intelligence from it?
I wouldn't even say that.
Maybe.
No, we can't even say components. But
I'm just trying to see what he's thinking. That's not what I'm saying. So are you saying that this has all the components to emerge intelligence, but it doesn't emerge intelligence? Because if not, you'd have to argue that these components are coming from somewhere else. Because something does not come from no thing.
So if we just go down to the very basic thing of like, we're still learning so much about the universe, but like if we go like quarks exist and different subatomic particles exist.
Brother,
you're not answering my question.
It's irrelevant, bro. We're talking about
properties can emerge.
You're not answering my question. This is a true dichotomy. Either it comes from somewhere or it comes from nowhere.
What does?
The properties that these simpler properties, the simple components that make up these complex systems. So, for example, all the things that give us intelligence. Either that comes from somewhere or it comes from nowhere. Which one is it?
It could be either one. I mean, like if it exists on this uncaused cause, that also comes from nowhere. If
doesn't come from uncaused cause. Doesn't mean
it comes from somewhere. All things are coming from somewhere.
So, are you allergic to answering a straight question? It can't be either or. It's one or the other. It's a true contradiction. Either it comes from somewhere or it comes from nowhere. Which one?
I'm just saying I don't know, and I don't think it matters.
It definitely matters. It's literally the thing we're debating. What are you talking about? So if you want to make the argument that something can come from nothing, good luck.
Different properties can emerge from those things that don't have those properties.
Brother, no, it can't. It can't.
I gave you an example.
That's not an example.
I'm going to read the definition for that again. Emergent properties are characteristics of complex systems that arise from interactions of simpler components.
Are interactions and simple components things?
Right. So I'm saying intelligence is
It's
emerging
a yes
from
or no. It's a yes or no.
component.
Yes or no. Answer the question. Are simple components and interactions things?
Sure.
Then it comes from something.
Come from something.
Not nothing.
Okay.
Okay. So everything comes from something. So that means this necessary being would have to have all the things. If not, it would have to come from somewhere else.
But that doesn't mean that it has intelligence itself, even if it possesses all of these simpler components.
Right. So then you're arguing that this being has all the things to give intelligence, but it's not actualizing intelligence.
Sure.
How is that possible?
That's impossible.
Because it can hold the components, but not use the components.
Then it's missing something.
Hold on. Do you understand that because this thing is the ultimate being, pure act, that means it gives causality
Okay, now
to
hold on.
these
You
things?
just assigned it an extra thing of ultimate.
That is what we're arguing for. That's not an extra thing.
How is it not
we didn't
ultimate?
agree that it was ultimate.
Purest being, the ultimate form of being.
What does ultimate mean to you?
What does ultimate mean to you? What are you saying when you say ultimate being?
It can't get better. It doesn't have potential, so it doesn't have the potential to get better. In any sense.
It has no potential.
So that's a different thing then.
I'm about to flip my
different
desk.
thing than
I'm
what?
about to do it, Jesus. Because we just went
we
full
went
circle.
from-
We already
we
agreed
went-
on this. We already agreed that it's full potential. We went all the way back there again. Now you're saying it's a different thing.
Different thing then?
No, we went from fully potential or fully actualized to ultimate. I don't like that jump because it is easy.
You don't like words, bro. You just don't like the word.
It is
What
easy
is
to
the difference
take
between
and go
ultimate?
from
What is?
something
Hold
else.
on. What's
What's the difference between ultimate and can't get any better?
Well, I'm not saying
What's the best?
it can't get any better. I wouldn't use that word either.
Okay, then it has potential.
That's what we agreed on.
No, we didn't agree. We said it doesn't have potential.
Okay, then that's what we agreed on.
If it doesn't have potential, it's ultimate.
He's been voted off. Oh.
Okay.
What?
Well, if I've been voted off, thanks for your time.
Yeah. You turned me off.
All right. Appreciate your time, bro. God bless. I turned your mic down because it was being really. I'll turn it back up. Hold on. Can you just do a little bit of talking for me?
Who, me?
No.
Or her?
I guess
don't act like
I don't
that's
know.
the reason.
I don't know what to talk about. I hate this. I
You-
hate sound
you had
checks.
Stop
You had her
talking, Jordan.
muted. You had her muted.
Jordan,
Monday.
stop talking. Keep talking, Abby.
About what?
Just tell me about the sky. Jesus.
The sky is blue. Maybe, unless you're colorblind, as the people like to say.
There you go. Perfect. All right. We got you. See, that wasn't
Funky
so hard.
says, did I really come back to tech problems?
Just-
No, he
just
muted
accidentally
me.
got turned down.
I didn't mute you. You remember that sound that we were hearing? It's because your mic was cranked. So we turned it
Sound
down.
was her voice, John. Jeez, bro.
We don't want to hear none of that. We are not about. We're not egalitarians here. What's that homily you sent me by John Christensen?
Oh, the homily on marriage.
Yeah.
You are the head. These are facts.
Maybe we shouldn't have kicked them. I don't think we got any of the guests.
Oh no.
I just went through the whole queue and they all just didn't connect. I mean, we only got 20 minutes left anyways. I mean, we got 2 interesting conversations out of today. Guys, smash the like button, share it live. Christianity over everything. If you disagree with us, hop up by clicking the thing or clicking the other thing. Jordan about to have a full-on aneurysm after that last conversation. I could see the vein in your forehead, bro.
Not a shred of the gospel has been shared today. Oh my Lord.
I
we
literally
can't even get past
look,
basics.
Look at it. Look at it. That thing is sticking out 2 miles, bro.
Bro, it's just
He's stressed.
frustrating.
Stressed out over there.
Oh, bro.
It's just frustrating.
Oh, I think he's back. Yeah. Welcome back, David.
The same guy?
I think so.
Why?
Because you said I had no guess. He's probably like, all right, I got voted off, come back, and at least it's a conversation. You're muted though, bro.
Oh, my bad. I mean, you said if you wanted me back, I could come back.
I mean, we got no one, so Maisel. Hold up. I got other people jumping in. Let me see.
Okay, then I'll
don't leave yet. I gotta make sure.
Okay.
Bro, y'all spamming my chat. Aquan, didn't we speak to you two earlier? Just all the same people coming up. Aquan, hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Oh, bro. All right, go ahead, David.
Cool. Why don't we start with something else?
You got none on that.
Also, I feel like our conversation was getting a little heated, so I apologize for that.
Nothing. No, nothing. Nothing. Just right in the multi-guess button. Click the multi-guess button, guys. All right, go ahead, bro.
Maniacal.
All right. You want to argue some subjective morality?
Why? It's subjective.
Just because.
Yeah.
Why would
I'm asking if you don't want to argue it?
It's subjective.
What about it though? What are you trying to argue for?
Well, I just think that subjective morality is the only thing that anyone has.
Why?
I moved him on. Shannon came in with the 20. Keep up the good work. Love the new podcast. God bless you. Love you too, Shannon. Elijah 4999. Oh my God, Jordan is such a good teacher. May God judge him accordingly, bro. Just buy a shirt, bro. John, wouldn't it be just based off there was a scene on The Chosen where Nicodemus or someone else goes through Isaiah and discovers Isaiah 50? What?
Wouldn't it be based if?
Oh, that would be based, yeah. John, your low-key D1 rage baiter hit the bra, please? Okay.
The button. Because she was mad about it.
Yeah.
And because I was laughing.
Thank you for the 5 Big John Seal memberships. Appreciate you. Striker, we got this one. Does Jordan have a YouTube channel we can sub to?
It's called Jordan Travis Show.
He's just got rap songs on there right now.
Probably.
Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 19.
All right, bro. Christianity over everything. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
So I guess I'll go with the argument of evil, the problem of evil.
You did
I
what?
guess I'm gonna go with the problem of evil. Argument.
Okay.
The problem of evil. So if we claim that there is an all-powerful, all-loving, and all-knowing God.
Okay, just real quick, I need to clarify. Is this an internal critique?
Yeah, an internal critique, I guess.
Okay, so it's internal. Okay, can you provide me an internal definition of all loving?
All loving, I guess I'll say all good in every measurement of the way, like...
No, an internal, like a Christian definition of all loving. You're trying to show me an internal contradiction, right?
Internal. Okay, I see what you meant.
Yeah.
Then I guess I'll say it's an external critique.
So okay, so then what standard?
So
hold on.
What's your definition for all loving?
So then, what standard are you using to measure the evilness? To see that is disproportionate.
By evil, I'm talking about suffering, like disease, starvation. I guess also crimes that man commits, but I guess you can use.
But that's not a standard. That's an observation. What is the standard?
I'd rather just give him the definitions, bro.
What do you mean by the standard?
Yeah, so what standard are you saying? This is the standard of what is evil, and this is the standard of what is good for me to say that this God doesn't exist.
for an all good God to exist, I would say there would be no need of like gratuitous suffering.
You're not answering my question, bro. Okay, so let me ask you this: if God doesn't exist,
I'm so sorry if I'm not getting
yeah. If God doesn't exist, is there actually something that is by definition objectively good and objectively evil?
Yeah. I am an objective realist, even though I'm atheist.
Okay, so you believe in an objective standard. Where is this objective standard coming from, and how are you measuring it?
I ground it in logic.
In logic. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you should be able to show me a logical contradiction in God and what is good and evil. Go ahead.
Did you want me to give you my own argument for objective morality, or do you want me to show you a contradiction in?
Yeah, I would like to see where you get the standard from. Yeah.
So okay, I'll then use this argument. So if I were to give you a button that makes all the cats in the world disappear, would you place it?
If you were to give me a button that makes all the cats and dogs disappear, that's not an argument. That's a question.
No. Cancer.
Would make all the cancer disappear? Would I press it? Again, that's not an argument. That's a question. What's your argument?
Yeah, it has steps.
So this isn't an argument. You're asking me. You're basing your standard off my own intuition. It's an intuition pump, right? Watch this. No, I would not press it. Now what?
Isn't that evil?
No,
I mean, that's like morally disgusting. Like almost like if why is it wrong and morally disgusting? Because people's lives have values. Like you wouldn't, like a 6-year-old suffering of cancer, you'd expect to place it so that they'll be healed. You really want them to get
right. So you're just asking me to. You're just doing an intuition pump. You're asking us to appeal to intuition. But the problem is, if I ask a psychopath who does not have empathy or sympathy, they have no reason to push that button, would they?
Yeah, but of course they're a psychopath. You would expect them not to do that.
Yeah. So their intuition would be different than yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless they don't have empathy. So if you have empathy, of course you would press the button.
Right. So your objective standard of morals is just a mental state?
No, my objective standard of morals is, of course, empathy.
Just empathy. That's a mental state.
To be a good moral character, to be capable of morality, you have to have empathy. Even in animals,
that's a mental state. You're just telling me a mental state, right? You're literally so somebody who does not have empathy, they have no obligation to be moral.
I wouldn't say that. I would say that they were still an obligation. Was moral realism. You're owed to do something.
What?
But with moral realism, you are owed, like, if morals are objective.
Yeah, you're saying it's moral realism, but you're saying it's based off empathy, but not everybody has empathy.
So, I mean, for you to be able to, I guess, do good, you have to have empathy to differentiate between good and bad. You have to be.
Okay, so where's the standard coming from? Because you're saying it's coming from empathy.
Are you asking me how I ground my morality?
Yes.
Okay. I'll then give you premises. The first premise is every agent has a goal. To be able to do those goals, they have to have freedom and well-being. Thus, every agent declares a right to freedom and well-being.
That's one premise?
So, multiple.
Okay, so premise one, every agent has a goal.
Yeah, every agent has a goal they want to go to, they want to reach to. Premise two, to attain that goal, they have to have freedom, a level of freedom and well-being. So premise three, I guess conclusion would be that every agent declares a right to freedom and well-being.
Okay, you smuggled in a premise with rights.
No, by them saying that, if they need freedom and well-being to be able to get to an action, I guess to go to their goal.
Yeah, but you're not making any, like, again, these are just kind of like descriptive things, and then you smuggled in a premise with a right in your conclusion. So there's a hidden premise there. I don't believe in rights. I don't believe they exist. I believe they're arbitrary. That's your hidden premise. So you'd have to insert that there is rights.
For me to declare a right, I would have to say I need this. Like, this is agents are the one. People are the ones.
Because I need something. I could need, but that doesn't mean I have a right to booty. Like,
No, like it's necessary. Like if I say that I need it,
I
let's
could say
I
booty
need
is
freedom.
necessary.
Okay,
but
hold
that's
on,
not
hold on,
gonna
hold
give
on.
me like.
No,
Hold on, hold on,
freedom
hold on,
is
hold on, hold on.
Would you just
hold on,
rather
hold
go
on.
back to like an internal critique and then
Hold,
I can just give you definitions?
hold on.
Like,
let me just ask this question, okay? Can humans prosper without sex?
Can humans, like as a race? Of course not. They would end as.
Do we have a right? Do we have a right to have sex?
Do we have a right to have sex?
Yeah. Like, do incels,
No.
do they have a right to have sex?
No.
Okay, well, humanity needs sex to prosper. So then
but this
your
is
need
an
and rights
agent.
don't
It's an
line up.
agent. This only goes. Also, there's a limit to it, I guess. If you believe that every agent has, I guess this is furthermore in the premises. I don't know if I arranged it perfectly. Furthermore, if you believe that every agent has a right to freedom and well-being, it will be, of course,
I don't believe in
bad
that.
for you
I don't
to go
agree with
against the
that.
right and free on it.
I think only I have the
That's
right.
thing.
To
I haven't
freedom
finished. I haven't
and
finished.
well-being.
I haven't finished constructing the argument though.
But you did. You gave me the conclusion. You did finish. You gave me a conclusion. So you did finish constructing the argument.
Can we just go back to the internal critique?
My
bro? I
bad.
don't know what the frick is going on with this man.
So hold on. I'm
This man
gonna
got me
look it up.
arguing for butt, bro. Come on. Like, I'm so sick of this show, bro. Like, please just do an internal critique, bro.
All right, fine. Based off your own subjective standards, just make Jordan happy. Where's the contradiction?
In what? In God's goodness. So I mean, if God is all good, I would expect him to be benevolent. He'll have every benevolent quality to him, and I wouldn't then expect an all
What does
good
that
God
mean?
to let suffering.
Why would you not
like
expect
benevolence?
that? What's the issue in
I
our
would-
paradigm as to why?
If he's all benevolent, I wouldn't expect suffering to exist in a world which he created. Like kids starving, like if I like to a benevolent
It
mother,
didn't
you'd
exist in the
expect
world
him
that
to
he
be helping
created.
the sick.
It didn't
But
exist
it
in the
does
world that
exist
he
right now.
created.
I mean, don't we exist in the world he created? You would
Yeah,
have to
we
deny that
made
there's
it
no
this way.
disease.
He didn't. We made it a suffering hellhole.
So
not him.
So what if suffering existed before us? How would you explain that? We have the cancer in dinosaur bones, and animals and creatures still.
How do you know that was before humans in our paradigm?
It's in our own reality. We can test that.
Yeah, but how do you know that was before humans?
Oh yeah, dinosaurs come before humans. Humans came in. Like
But that's not an
100,000
internal
years ago.
critique, is it?
It's an external critique. But it's reality. It's the reality we live in, though.
How do you know
We
that?
have
How
to
do you know
also
there
add
wasn't
in
just?
reality.
How do you know there wasn't people God was sustaining in a garden that we just don't have the bones for? Like,
But okay, how old is the Earth in your worldview?
17 minutes.
Billions of years.
Okay, so if as human beings, we can trace our earliest ancestors to Homo erectus, we came in like 100,000 years ago, and if it's our fault
I
that
don't
there is
believe that.
suffering in this world, but we have evidence for it, though. You would have to be denying a bunch of evidence.
You can
that
say
we have
it's
gathered.
evidence. That doesn't mean that it's an actual trace of lineage. Just who the
It's a
first
fact.
humans were.
It's an objective
Not a
fact.
fact. That's like a theory.
It is.
It's not.
It's
You
not a
just saying
theory,
it.
right? A theory
is.
would be evolution, right? Evolution is a theory, but it has evidences that back it up. Like that would be the.
So what the
first
freak is like
records.
going back and seeing like our earliest quote unquote ancestors?
It's not that. So the reason why I'm agreeing against your claim that we are the reason we cause suffering. If us coming into this world is what caused suffering to come into it, would
It's
then
not
not
us coming
expect
into
suffering
this
to
world.
exist
It's us
before
sinning that caused it.
Yeah, if us sinning is what caused suffering to come into this world, would then not expect suffering to exist before us, right? But then we have.
How do you know that
fossils of dinosaurs
How do you
with
know that
cancer.
dinosaurs are before us?
Because their radiometric dating shows they're 100
Is it logically
they go
possible for
100 million
God
years
to have
old.
created humans
Sorry?
before these dinosaurs that had cancer?
It's not logical, at least according to the data we have.
What's
It's
the
not-
logical
we-
contradiction?
We come way after.
Logical
It would be a logical contributor to reality itself for God to have
No,
created
that's
us
not how
before
that-
dinosaurs.
It's not how logical contradictions work.
So it's like we have evidence, right? Like oh, dinosaurs come before us. But then your claim says that, oh, but God created us before dinosaurs. That's
Bro,
completely,
there's
we can't
some
be
church
both after and
fathers.
before them.
Hold on, there's some church fathers that believe that there was like dinosaurs dying before them, before humans. So like, what's your point now?
So if then you would say, okay, in your worldview, did death begin with us? Like by man sinning, did death come into being?
Yes.
Then why would dinosaurs be dying before we sinned?
I don't think they died before we sinned.
But we have bones. We have a bunch of.
How do you
bones
know
of
that
them
those
ate
bones are
their
before the
death.
first humans?
Because humans came in 100,000 years ago.
How do you
those
know
bones
that?
are millions of years old.
How do you know
we can
that they came
radiometric
after?
date them? We can
You're
radiometric date
you're radiometrically dating bones that just came after. How do you know there aren't bones that was before? How do you know that people didn't disintegrate and turn into dust before? You don't.
But then we would also expect to have.
No, you don't. You just don't. Like you're just saying stuff. Like you just don't.
But you also don't have evidence that we existed back then. I guess would be agnostic on that. That's kind of. Okay, that's actually the first time I hear such an argument. How can I prove? Wait, we have ancestors though. Our ancestors existed way. We have ancestors of. We can trace that because our ancestors.
I also have ancestors with a
other
banana.
creatures
What's your
we come
point?
from. Yeah, the thing is, it wouldn't exist at the same time as our ancestors, right? So our ancestors existed way before us, and unless, of course, you also call them humans, and
You're just assuming that those are ancestors. Like you don't even. You're just assuming. You're already assuming evolution, bro.
No, we do have evidence so that those are ancestors through.
You're already assuming evolution, and when I said earlier it was a theory, you were like, nah.
No, I am only bringing up evidence, right? Evolution itself is a theory, but it's backed up with evidence. There isn't. That's how scientific theories work. We don't make them.
All right, hold up. I got a 3-minute timer on the clock because I got to end it. I got to go to work. So go.
Oh, yeah. So if man sinning is the cause of suffering, we would then expect suffering to not exist before man, but suffering exists before man. We can trace this by dinosaurs having cancer.
You did not prove that suffering existed before man.
Okay, explain cancers? I mean, cancer in dinosaurs.
That happened after
and they date since. No man comes after dinosaur though. Our areas.
How do you know?
Date 100,000.
How do you know that man came after dinosaur?
So our oldest human bones. Hold on, let me bring up a source.
My oldest photograph I have in my family is only 50 years ago. So therefore, my family only came into existence 50 years ago.
We know that we came in because our earliest ancestor before Homo erectus, we dated back 100,000 years ago.
So you're already assuming this junk, bro. We could have the oldest mummy that we have. That doesn't mean that there wasn't mummies before that. Like, what are you talking about?
So unless then explain to me why we have a creature before us that looks similar to us, but then for us we don't exist in that time period. That's because that's our ancestor, and they share the exact same DNA.
Bruh,
and
everything
traces.
looks dang near the same when it's dead and it's in bones and it walks on 2 legs. Like, what are you talking about?
No, man, not if it's looks really human, right? And it shares a majority
it looks
of our
human,
DNA, and we still carry.
It looks really human.
So hold on. Correlation is causation.
To this day.
So correlation is causation.
Correlation is cause. What do you mean by that?
You're saying there's a correlate, so therefore there's a cause.
There's a correlate. Sorry, I'm not getting. What does correlation mean again?
Correlate, which means you see two things that are similar, and therefore you assume it's a cause of each other.
Well, it's not the two things are similar, right? It's because one thing does not exist at that period of time, but then we find something that's similar to it, and at a very
know that it doesn't exist at that time.
We do know that it existed at that time. We do know one existed, another did not.
Okay,
so
hold on.
That's how we make
my oldest picture of my family is from 50 years ago. So therefore my family has only existed for 50 years.
Or therefore there was no pictures of his family before 50 years ago.
So your oldest picture of your family, no, but that's not what we have, right? It's not. You cannot compare to pictures. We have bodies. We have bodies.
That's irrelevant to the logical point that I'm trying to make. You're saying the oldest that we have is like however many years ago. How do you know there's not older ones?
Because there are none. There are none. There's exactly none. We'd expect at least.
How do you know there is none?
There's no bodies. There's no bodies in my backyard. That means nobody in the history of humanity ever died in my backyard.
on your side, it would actually be really good if you found any, right? Like if you found any Homo sapiens dating before 100,000 years ago, but you can't find it. We only find Homo erectus.
We don't even know what we can.
Time's up. Appreciate your time.
All right, thanks.
God bless.
Horrendous.
Jordan, how you feeling, bro?
Horrendous.
You don't feel like you just grew as a human being and in knowledge?
No.
Why not?
I feel the opposite.
What, you don't feel smarter and wiser? Are you now questioning your faith as a Christian?
I'm questioning my faith in humanity.
You don't want to give up Christianity and follow Robin's intuition?
I mean, it would just depend what she's intuition, you know? I don't know what she's intuition. This is horrendous, bro.
And Jordan's starting his own channel to do this himself on his own time now.
Nah, I would have been cut some of these folks up. Like, I ain't not even a shred of the gospel has been taught today. Like, they don't even know Jesus died on the cross for all we know, bro. This is crazy. You can't even get past basics.
Well, then next time, the topic we'll do is Jesus died on the cross.
Nah, I don't want to do that one either, because then they're going to be arguing a whole bunch of history. Jesus, Lord.
So then what do you want?
No, I'm just saying that, like, we can't help that this was the case. Like, it's not something we could have changed. It's nothing we could have altered.
Jordan just ain't satisfied with nothing, bro.
It was just inevitable that we were going to.
Inevitable. Yeah, listen. It ain't for them. It ain't for them. It's for the ones that are watching.
I don't know what they were supposed to gain from this.
Yeah, that they're not idiots like these guys.
I mean, we started to deny logic and everything at this point. Like, it was just bad. This is horrendous.
Debating is not pointless. If that's the case,
and I'm scared that like the Muslims are like not going to debate anymore because of what happened to their like best people.
Oh no, it's every 10 years they get new Dawa guys that come out with new arguments. They'll be back.
New arguments? You mean new old arguments?
Yeah, but they're just cycle. Like think about 10 years ago, it wasn't the same Dawa guys as it is now.
I might just blame Nick for no reason, bro. I mean, it's not for no reason, but like
Nick single-handedly took down the Muslims.
No, it's just that he just made them like, I don't know, maybe, who knows? You know, maybe God just wanted that man to be an instrument of destruction for them, and then it just happened.
W's in the chat for Nick, guys. W's in the chat for Nick.
Now we're stuck. We're stuck with this. Like, this is horrendous.
Hey, listen, you guys have all been going at the Muslims. I feel like I'm the only one who's been going toe to toe with atheists.
Elijah's been going with atheists. Like, he didn't even want to go with atheists.
Has he been taking on atheists lately?
Yes, those are the people he didn't want, and he ended up getting them. This is horrendous.
Who do you think is better, atheists or Muslims?
At what?
Anything.
I mean, I like talking to Muslims more because it's more funny. It's more entertaining. So I just talk to them a lot more. And it's just like I could just show them easier that they just have like a copycat, like stolen religion. It's just not true. And they're just like admitting that their God is composite and you can touch him and all this other stuff. So it's just easier.
But who's better?
At what?
Being whoever they are. Who's the bigger threat? Who's the bigger threat?
To what?
To Christianity.
Themselves? The bigger threat to Christianity?
Secularism or Islam?
It's both the same demons, but no. Maybe, I mean, Islam isn't. I guess Islam could be a threat because it looks more appealing, you know. It's more appetizing. Like from the outside, it looks good, you know. But then once you get in it, you're like, oh no, this is cooked. And once you actually start looking into it.
Lord, our Father is in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts as we also forgive our debtors, and lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. Lord, thank you for these conversations. Even though we may not see the fruit in them, I know you can provide the fruit. And so let your will be done and let your works be done, and allow you to reach the people that need to be reached and be drawn into the truth of who you are, Lord. It seems like without you, people just are irrational and just like all over the place. So Lord, help people understand who you are and come to the knowledge of the love that you provide for them. Draw them into you, and bless everybody that came against us today. If we're wrong in what we do, correct us. But if they're wrong, correct them. Forgive us of our sins. Continue to walk with us, and just never turn your face or face from us, and never take your grace from us. I ask this all in Jesus' name. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. All right, guys, go follow Jordan at Jordan Dravis Show on YouTube. Make sure you follow me on YouTube as well at Big John Steele. We post content all the time. We go live all the time over there. If you want to support this channel, you can support it on Patreon, where we do daily Bible studies. We give you access to the exclusive content, the hangout sessions if you missed those, our raid sessions. We're going to be doing a raid tomorrow. So make sure that you're in for that. Those are for like the members, the in group. Those are ways to support. You can also support through PayPal, one-time donation at Big John Steele as well. And if you guys want to help get more gear for the studio to make for a better quality live, we do have, and again, a link as well, an Amazon link for a wish list. That's just gear for this thing. Goes back to you guys. Jordan, do you want to plug anything?
You already said the YouTube, right?
Yeah, go follow Jordan on his YouTube, and his TikTok is right here. Jordan Travis as well. Watch him cook people as well and get frustrated and body slam his couch when he's real mad. We're going to answer questions for about 5 more minutes over on YouTube. So come over there at Big John Steele. If not, we will see everybody on Friday. God bless. Remember that time, Abby, that you ended the live?
I do.
Remember that time, Abby?
I felt really bad.
Anybody got any questions for Mr. Travis while we're here? That was an interesting live. That was the most interesting live I've had. Confronting worldview challenges is tough. Public scrutiny, embarrassment, and new info can shake foundations. Kind acknowledgments help acceptance. Jigamabob. To say some people have no empathy is against everything that the New Testament says. Greetings and agnostic.
What?
What is it? Where does the New Testament say that people don't have empathy?
It doesn't say that everybody has.
Or everybody has empathy. Yeah.
Where you got that from?
Jordan, how much can you bench press?
A lot.
That's like a lot is relative.
It is.
Like a pound is a lot to a mouse.
It is.
Yeah. Is it evil when the wolf unalives a sheep because the sheep wants to live, but the wolf wants to eat? Is the wolf evil for wanting to eat and live? I wouldn't say it's evil for wanting to eat. I say it's pretty messed up that they eat them alive, though. Like they start at the legs and work their way up. That's pretty messed up. I'd say that's a little evil.
Stryker would like to know how long Jordan has been studying law.
How long have you been studying law, Jordan?
I mean, technically speaking, it's been 4 years because I did 2 degrees at the same time. But I already got my master's, so I only got 1 more year. So I'm in my 3L year.
I'm going to have 2 lawyer friends. Just be able to like pull them up. Pocket lawyers. You're benching 315. That's crazy work. That is crazy work. How much you can bench press is also subjective because you don't specify where. I can bench press everything in space because without gravity, weight doesn't matter. I don't know, man. If something's too heavy when you bench press it, you'd move away. You'd push away from it. You wouldn't push it away. I'm going to need 2 lawyers one day? Probably. I guarantee you at some point somebody's going to sue me. Try to come at me.
Stryker and Jordan will team up.
Yeah. Once Jordan graduates, John won't need me any longer. He'll have a new lawyer, and he's black. DEI wins again. Why is that so funny? This channel rocks. Grateful I found it. Thank you so much for watching, being a part of it. Jordan, what's your best time on a 3x3?
On a Rubik's Cube? I mean, under a minute and a half. Like, I'm slow as hell, bro. I just look at it. I might try and do it blindfold one day.
I need 10 years to solve a Rubik's Cube. All it is learning the algorithm. Once you got the algorithm, you figure it out, right?
Yeah, it took me like 10 hours to first figure it out because I was doing it the hard way.
What is the rationale you have for saying a person is of a rational kind versus a person is a rational being? I don't understand the question.
Sounds like it's confusing. Hold on, what is the rationale that you have for saying a person is a rational? I mean, I guess they're just trying to say, like, why do you say kind? I wouldn't necessarily say kind, me personally. I just say nature. Because if you say kind, it might suggest that it's like a universal, but God isn't a universal.
Sure. Fair. Don't defend apologetic streamers, Jordan. They don't pay you. In fact, you have to pay them. It's wild out here. It's true. It's true. He's talking about as a lawyer. That you shouldn't defend me because you'd have to pay me. Bro, you skipped my question. I didn't see your question. I'll skip questions. I just don't see them. What's my stance on the Palestinian-Israeli war? You know what? I finally decided to take a stance. Both those sides are messed up and doing some crazy things. How about that? That's my stance. Everybody was like, oh, you got to side with these guys because the others, they're both doing evil things. And they should just both stop doing it. How about that? That's my stance. Anyways, God bless. We'll see you all next time.